the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's that boy, Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today USA Boxing. We are back. What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? Happy, what the day is? Thursday? Happy Thursday, everybody, man. Let's give everybody a round of applause that's here right now. Happy Thursday. Yeah, man. Yeah, we talking about the C word. Y'all know who the C word is, right? Y'all know who the C word is. Oh, Lord have mercy. We talking about the C word, the unforgivable C word. It's two C's that's hated in boxing. By the same group of people. And some of them, by the same group of people. It's two C's. It's two fighters named, have the letter C in it. That's hated the most in boxing. From what I see. Hey, shout out to my sister Food Revolution. Salute to you, sis. Shout out to Little Green Eyes P, Agent Big 30. What's going on, fam? Yeah, man, listen. It's two C's. It's two fighters. It's two fighters that got the C and the two C's. If you say them two C's, boy, Lord have mercy. Now, one of the C's are getting the most. They're getting like Lord, but you would think that this dude was a part of the Ku Klux Klan. The way it's one of the C's. God damn, man. Lord have mercy. Boy, I tell you, boy. Lord have mercy, boy. The two C's. Hey, shout out to Eric Gomez. What's going on, fam? Bomb Squad. To this day. Really though. True. Eric Gomez in the building, man. Salute. Hey, shout out to Phil on the two. What's going on, sis? Yeah, boy. I'm telling you, boy. God damn, boy. Lord, but they gonna be. But hey, I'm finna give y'all tomorrow's headlines today. It's one of the C's. He from Mexico. One of the C's from Mexico. Boy, when they find out who he fighting next, they really gonna be mad. Oh, bro, look here, boy. Listen, man. Listen. Boy, we ain't go. The two C's, Canelo and Crawford. Boy, them two there, boy, they hated by the same. It's amazing. It's amazing. The Wakandas, they hate Canelo and Crawford. The Wakandas, boy, that Wakanda hate, boy, there's no hate like Wakanda hate, boy. There's no hate like that Wakanda hate, boy. It don't make sense. The Wakanda hate don't make sense because, okay, we're supposed to be on cold, pro-black, but then we do our best to tear down certain black fighters. We like, literally, like, we'll burn them at the stake if we could. And then, but then we don't like this other dude from Mexico. We don't like him, even though he's a person of color. But, there's a whole lot going on. It's like, wait a minute, Black Lives Matter one moment, then the next moment, goddamn, we revolutionaries. The next moment, we Panther Party. The next moment, goddamn, we revolutionaries. Then the next moment, goddamn it, we trying to follow nearly full of we on code. I got the book read 3 times. You don't know nothing about the code. The next moment, it's like, bro, but they eat each other and tear each other alive, tear each other down. I like having fun with it though. This shit funny to me. This shit is very funny to me. But anyway, let's get into the show. Shout out to my sister Anna Lee. Anna Lee in the building. Hey, what is that? God damn it. They go out of power. Say, Al, what is say, Al? Yeah, out of power. What's going on, fam? I'm sorry. Please forgive me, guys. Please forgive me. Today is C week. The letter, today we're dealing with the letter C in the alphabet. It's the third letter in the alphabet. We're dealing with the letter C, and we've been dealing with it for a while. One of the letter C's is black. He's hated by other blacks. They hate him with a passion. The Mexicans don't hate him. The whites don't hate him. But the blacks, they hate their own. They hate this other C. On how the browser. I ain't gonna say his name. But the original C that they really hate as well. Boy, he from Mexico. He went over there. He went to Wakanda. took all the vibranium. He went to Wakanda last year, took all the vibranium. I think what we got, 50 million, got 50 million. He took, like, as a matter of fact, this C right here is so bad. This letter C that we're going to talk about today, this letter C is so bad. He's a fighter by the name, by the letter C. But this one here is so bad, boy. Like when he walks into the place, he tell other people's bosses, "Look here, baby boy, I need 50 million guaranteed. Like I got to get that guaranteed, dog. It ain't gonna be none of that. I need to see that in escrow, baby boy, before we can do anything. That's what I need to see." And they thought it was a game, right? Shout out to Jamario. He said, "Look like Coach with that good Nick sack again." Hey, Jamario, you already know. Got the old Nick sack right here. You already know. True. You already know, fam.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
Shout out to my dog, Big Blunts in boxing, man. Hey, you know what? Where Thugger D at? Hey, Big Blunts, you know what I need? We got to get a drop. We got to get some drops, dog. I got to get some drops on here, man. I'm gonna need y'all to when you call the show. I need y'all to give me a drop. Now, I'm gonna tell you what to say. We need some drops. You know what I mean? Thugger D. I was thinking about Thugger D today. I was at the gym working out. I say, man, it was something that Thugger D said. He said, well, you know, every time the dude Adrian from Dallas called, you know, and he hating on Tank Davis, he said, man, I heard Thugger D, man, you got to get the hate out your heart. Thugger D said, man, you got to get the hate out your heart, man. He said, you got to get that hate out. He said, Coach, they gotta get that hate out. They gotta get that hate out their heart, Coach.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman.
I got that Thugger D, boy, and you know that Baltimore accent, that Baltimore DC accent. Them dudes has got a very unique accent. Like, you know what I mean? He said they gotta get that hate out their heart, out their heart. They gotta get that hate out their heart, Coach. You heard me? He said, you heard me. Shout out to Thugger D. But anyway, man. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to let's give everybody a round of applause. Now, I'm gonna tell you something now. We're gonna talk about the letter C today, the third letter in the alphabet. I don't want nobody catching no aneurysms. I don't want nobody jumping out the window. I don't want nobody, breaking their cell phone or throwing glasses, vodka bottles at their TV screen. If you feel like you're going to do that today, just move on. Just don't watch the show today. Don't watch the show today. I don't want nobody, going crazy today. Okay? We don't want that now. We don't want that. Now, the letter C we're talking about is one Saul Canelo Alvarez. Cinnamon, right? We're talking about cinnamon today. Okay? Now, let's get into the show. More than likely, Canelo will be fighting John Ryder. Now, I got an opportunity to see the John Ryder-Zach Parker fight. It looked like Zach Parker was looking for a way out. Looked like he was looking for a way out. John Ryder was putting them paws on him. Next thing you know, I got a broke hand. Yeah. Looked like John Ryder was putting them paws on buddy. You know what I mean? He was putting them paws on him. And, I'm just saying to me, it looked like he was looking for a way out. And you get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So, let's look at the WBO and see what's up. But Canelo, guys, Canelo's coming back in May. It's coming back in May. And it looked like he got a boatload of money waiting on him that from what Eddie Hearn is trying to do. Eddie Hearn is trying to stage a fight in the Middle East with Canelo. Canelo said he wanted to fight in the UK. We know that he's not fighting anyone from Wakanda. Anyone from Wakanda, he ain't fighting none of them right now. So the Wakanda's gonna have to wait a little bit longer, and maybe they can try to get a part of the Canelo sweepstakes. Maybe beg him, get on their knees and beg him. They hate him so much, but boy, they want him to come over there to Wakanda. So I'm like how you hate the guy so much, but then you mad that he won't come to Wakanda and fight with none of your Wakandites. I don't get it. He fought one Wakandite last year. Everything was all good. Booger Ray Leonard, my dog Booger Ray, even said that Caleb Plant, I call him Money May mixed with a little bit of Sugar Ray. Money May mixed with a little bit of Sugar Ray. Caleb Plant, he went over, he got in the ring. He did the best he could. he made a fan out of me. You know what I mean? Because I really liked admired the way he fought. He got knocked out in the 11th round, but you know, he put up a valiant effort. So we saw that. And the way Canelo was chicken hawking him. Chicken hawking is meaning when you're stalking the chickens. He was stalking them because Canelo like, man, look here, man. I know these motherfuckers right here, boy. If this shit, I'm over here having this one fight deal with the PBC. If I fuck around and don't knock this dude out, there's no telling what they're going to do on the scorecards to me. So I got to make sure I stop this dude. So you can tell the way Canelo fought Caleb Plant. He fought him with a sense of purpose. One, because he was very, very determined to become undisputed. You know what I mean? The first Hispanic undisputed champion in the super middleweight division to, you know what I mean? In the super middleweight division, he wanted that very bad to make history. You get what I'm saying? In the four belt era. And he wanted that. That's one. And then two, you know what, man? I'm fighting somebody on their own backyard, fighting somebody, and you know what I mean. And you know when fights go to the scorecards, you just never know how it's going. You just never know how it's going to be. You get what I'm saying? So this is why it's important that when you're fighting somebody and you go into someone else's company, you have the power in your hands. You got to stop the guy. Don't let it be a close fight. And then if it's a close fight, oh man, I got robbed. This and that. Nah, you should have stopped him. That's what Regis Program did. Regis Program made sure, nah, we ain't going to those scorecards. You feel me?
More money, more money, more money.
So it looked like that. Eddie the Hitman Hearn. Eddie the Hitman Hearn looked like he got a whole lot over there. Let's look at this article. Blow this article up right here. And let's get into the show. Canelo Alvarez says, I'm here to face the best. That's what he said, right? We know he's coming back in May. And I think he's going to fight John Ryder. It's mandatory. WBO mandatory. Says, they asked him about Benavidez, right? Because, you know, David Benavidez's father, you know, saying just saying a lot of things. He's going to drop the belt, you know, and David Benavidez, you know, they talk trash about Canelo, yada, yada, yada. So, interesting what Canelo had to say about this, right? So, he says Benavidez has accomplished nothing. And I thought about that, right? I'm like, okay, because you got a lot of David Benavidez's fans. I think the biggest name he's going to fight on his resume will be Caleb Plant. So I thought about that. I said, he ain't done nothing. You know, so I said, you know what? He's been a WBC champion twice. I think twice. In the super middleweight division. So I said, you know what? He lost his belt. He was on cocaine one time. Then he came in overweight, missed weight. I don't know. We're going to check that out. Let's look at it and see. In a recent interview, Canelo Alvarez told the boxing scene that he wants to face the best and make the best fights. Canelo Alvarez was asked about David Benavidez versus Plant, and he picked Benavidez to beat Caleb Plant. He did. He picked David Benavidez to beat Caleb Plant. Now, I don't know about that. I'm thinking about rolling with Money Made mixed with a little bit of Sugar Ray. Because because every time, listen, man, people be, them Knick Sacks. People, you can't be counting the Knick Sacks. I wonder who the Knick Sacks going for, because the Knick Sacks, they have two of their Wakanda's very own, David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, fighting each other. So I wonder who the Knick Sacks and the Wakandites, who are they going to vote for? Are they going to go for David Benavidez, the Mexican monster? He got that name from Mike Tyson. Are they gonna go with Money Made mixed with a little bit of Sugar Ray? Caleb Plant. Who they going with? Now, when asked about David Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez says David talks a lot of shit, but he's accomplished nothing in his career. And I said, you know what? Interesting. Shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, out there, Drew. Drew say, like I said before, I took Canelo's O, I schooled him, and now he's avoiding the Mexican monster, signing with the BBC, where the pay-per-view numbers are TBE. Oh, no, man. Like I said before, signing with the BBC. Will we make all of the
More money, more money, more money.
You know what I mean? You feel
Let
me?
me give you one of my calling cards. You know I'm fresh out. Howard. Bam!
You already know, man.
True.
You already know.
True.
You already know. I'll say, shout out to my sister, 50 on the fight, 50 on in the building. Dr. Mofongo, what's going on, man? What's going on? So anyway, to my white chocolate, yeah, man, I'm thinking about rolling with white chocolate, sis. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Because he made a believer out of me in his last fight. I'm thinking about, well, he ain't really white, he black. Cause Wakanda, remember when Caleb Plant fought Canelo last year, right? All of Wakanda had adopted him. I heard one Wakanda, Jutai, police officer Jutai. I heard one Wakanda police officer Jutai. That I heard one Wakanda say, yeah, man, don't get it twisted. There's nothing white about Caleb Plant outside of his skin color. He grew up around the brothers. He grew up in the hood. You know what I mean? He's every bit a black. So, okay, wait a minute. Okay, all right, so wait a minute. I mean, I'm confused, you know. I ain't got but a GED. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I ain't got but a GED. But I'm just saying, though, right? So, all right, he's really white, but you're saying because he's fighting Canelo, and y'all hate Canelo, that he's really fighting a brother? I can't make this shit up. Bro. And that's what I was saying. Listen, man, black folks got to stop taking. Listen, you took Eminem. Y'all took Eminem, said he was black. You took Vanilla Ice, said he was black. Then you kicked him to the curb. You took Snow. You took, who else they took? Who else they took? You took Robin Thicke, said he was really black because he was married to Paula Patton, whatever her name is. And you took Justin Timberlake because he was working with Timberland and Missy Elliott. You took Justin Timberlake. Listen, man. Hey, look here, man. Listen, y'all gotta stop taking these white fighters, man, because they're good, man. Y'all gotta stop that, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
Put up in that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Oh yeah,
Received.
John B. Hey, shout out to Adelie. Yeah, they took John B. That's all I'm saying, man. Hey, okay, we got to make up our mind. Is Caleb Plant white or black? That's all I want to know. It doesn't matter. A fighter's a fighter, but you get what I'm saying, though. So you know, it is what I want to know who the Knicks ass gonna be rolling with. You know, the Mexican Monster versus John B. Hey, shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
Put up in that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat. Received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, what did he say? He said, me and Thug and D taking side actions that they're knowingly, inevitably, Adrian would make this show about Tank when he calls. Oh, you already know. You already. That's true.
True.
You're 100% correct, fam. You're 100% correct. Shout out to Tyrese.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat. Received.
Oh, Trick Baby. Yeah.
Boy.
Y'all remember Trick Baby? Yeah. He said Caleb is a Trick Baby. Remember that movie? Yeah. I remember Trick Baby. I definitely remember Trick. That's one of my favorite movies. Especially when they sat down at the dinner table and they had the Republicans and the Democrats sitting at the table together and they talked about they was talking about how like the games they play. Like, yeah, man, you're liberals. You're liberals. It was like you're liberals. You make the blacks feel a certain kind of way or whatever the case may be. And then he talking back to the conservative, to the Republican. And he's like, nah, man, we do this and do that. I forgot exactly what it was, but I saw that movie a couple of times. Yeah, I like Trick. The Trick Baby was a really good movie. Shout out to Derek.
Hey, okay.
For dropping them 3/4 of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat. Received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, I haven't slept in 3 days. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't stop going to work because Crawford didn't take the fight. I just don't know what I'm going to do with my life now, bruh. Oh, these dudes are so stupid. Oh, bruh. Let me tell you something, bruh. Bro, all jokes aside, fam. All jokes aside.
Come on, man. Come on, y'all.
Bro, listen, bro. Bro, these Wakandas have some of the lowest IQs. Like, bro, if you look up low IQ, in the dictionary, you're gonna see a picture of one. You're gonna see a picture about a handful of overcoming niggas. Say this is an example of low IQ.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Boy, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Like I said before, on October the 7th, I told you that this fight is not going to happen. Maybe it'll happen later on down the line. We just going to ignore that. Like I said before, Tim Smith, VP of Operations of the PBC, he told you back in January the 7th, that this fight won't happen because of economics. So he said it back in January. He works for the PBC. I said it back in October the 7th. You know what I mean? I am 50-50 partners with the PBC. You dummies is just going to overlook all of that and then say that this guy pulled away from a fight that wasn't going to happen until maybe next year. And anyways, are you really that dumb? Yes, they are.
True.
Don't get no dumber. I'm talking about on YouTube. Don't get no dumber than the Wakanda boy. The boy Wakanda boy. You have real logic and you have Wakanda logic. You have real IQs and then you have Wakanda IQs. Wakanda's a very, very special group of people.
True.
Very special. I'm talking about special. Shout out to Jamario.
Hey, okay.
Dropping another half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, what to say, Jamario? You said Benavidez has become Canelo's mandatory. What you say? What he accomplished shouldn't matter. I totally agree. If the mandatory, he is clearly the best available. Just make the fight and stop making excuses, Canelo. Yeah, listen, I totally agree with that. If David Benavidez becomes the mandatory. Right now, David Benavidez is the interim championship. But I explained to you how this works. Jamario, I'm telling you, bro, how this works. The sanctioning bodies, they are consistent at being inconsistent. Remember, the sanctioning bodies, they act like they are an independent entity, but they're not. The sanctioning bodies are controlled by the power brokers in boxing. Sanctioning bodies are one of the power brokers, but they are controlled by the promoters, stuff like that. You know, they are controlled by the promoters, you know, the power brokers in boxing. So this is why you will see one fighter have a belt and he'll have a mandatory as soon as he win the belt. And then as soon as he win the belt, and then if he win that challenge, then he'll get another. Very similar to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua was unified heavyweight champion, and every time he turned around, he had to fight a mandatory. You know, there was no situation where, you know, he got the privilege that maybe Canelo have, or the privilege that Jamal Charlo has right now, or the privilege that Errol Spencer had with the IBF. With him, it was just always, okay, you have to do this, or we're going to strip you. We have to do that, and we're going to strip you. So it's not. I did see what happened with Josh Taylor as well. So it's not a racial thing. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. Not a racial thing. It's you know, these sanctioning bodies, whoever got the most pull with them in a particular weight division, that's how that goes down. That's just how it is, fam. I hate to say it, but I mean that's just the truth of the matter.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
But I'm starting to think it's more so. I'm starting to think it's more so he don't want to do no business with the PBC. That I didn't even think about that, but I'm starting to think maybe that's more so that he don't want to do no business with them. But here go the article. Now, as you can see right here, guys, this article is on Boxing Scene. It said Canelo Alvarez picks Benavidez to beat Plant. It's going to be competitive. Say it's going to be a competitive fight, right? Canelo Alvarez will be an interesting observer once David Benavidez and Caleb Plant clash in 2023. The winner of the bout will become the mandatory challenger for the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. So as you can see right here in this article, whoever wins this bout between Caleb Plant and David Benavidez will become the mandatory, the WBC mandatory, the mandatory for Canelo Alvarez WBC title. The 32-year-old Alvarez knocked out Plant last year in an 11th round of a competitive fight. Yeah, he's 32, my bad. I thought he was 33. He's 32, that's right. Canelo was born in 1990. The former two-time super middleweight champion Benavidez has been pounding the table, calling for a shot at Alvarez, but the Mexican superstar has appeared disinterested in a potential fight. Okay. In May, BoxingScene.com senior writer and columnist Keith Idek, he reported that the PBC offered Canelo $55 million. That's what he said, right? And I think they offered him, I don't know. Yeah, $55 million. I don't know if that's been confirmed. I think Tom Brown said something of the sort as well. And the Wakandas got mad because he didn't take that. He went ahead and fought. He fought. He fought Dimitri Bivol because the counter offer was the zone came back and offered him more money. So Canelo is a cash cow. And this is the crazy part about it. Y'all check this out. Check this out. Just imagine. I want y'all to imagine this before I continue to read. According to this article, they offered Canelo $55 million to fight David Benavidez. Just imagine. There's no fighter on the PBC that can get $10 million guaranteed outside of a Deontay Wilder on the PBC. Whether it's Jamal Charlo, 1.5 plus what's on the back end, Spence, Jamel Charlo, Gary Russell Jr., J-Rock. It ain't that many stars over there. Esau Pitt, but it ain't no many stars over there. Like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, just imagine a non-PBC fighter. The company, Wakanda, will offer a non-PBC fighter a boatload of way more money than any of their other fighters have. So that tells you that tells you the story. And just imagine hating this guy so much, but you're mad because he won't come to Wakanda. But you hate him, but you mad because he don't want to come to Wakanda and fight over there in Wakanda. So I get it. I do get it. But just imagine that. You got $55 million for Canelo. You want to know why? Because Canelo is the bag. True. But let's go right here. Now, whoever wins this fight between Caleb Plant and David Benavidez will become the WBC mandatory. Canelo Alvarez was asked right here. He said, now it would appear that Benavidez can have a breakthrough via the path of sanctioning body if he beats Plant. Canelo Alvarez says it's going to be a very, very competitive fight between Benavidez and Plant. I personally believe Benavidez wins. Alvarez told Bet365. Sorry about that. This is Bet365. That's who we did the interview with. He said, I am here to face the best and make the best fights in boxing. I am interested in all of those fights. So he said he's interested in all of those fights, whether it's Benavidez or Caleb Plant. This is what he's saying in this article. He said, whatever leads me to make history, that is why I'm here. This is what Canelo was saying. Benavidez's father, Jose Sr., recently said that Canelo will rather vacate the title than to fight him. Canelo Alvarez responded. Alvarez has claimed that Team Benavidez talks a lot of shit, but they have accomplished nothing. Then he says, everybody would like to fight me. It's not uncommon. I wonder why. I am a fighter who likes challenges. So, from what we read from this article, Boxing Scene, whoever wins this fight will become the mandatory. Canelo said he's interested in all of those fights. And my thing is this here. The circumstances are different now. And he said that he wants to take on the challenges. He likes challenges. And he wants to make history, legacy, defining fights. Whether you believe that or not, it's on you. You get what I'm saying? But I'm going to say this. Now that, let's assume hypothetically, Caleb Plant wins the fight. Or David Benavidez wins the fight, right? The circumstances are different. Where would this fight take place? Will this fight take place on the zone? We know Eddie Hearn got the money. Eddie Hearn got the money. So, I mean, Canelo making the most money he's ever made with Eddie Hearn. So, no, he got the money. So, he's making big money. We know PBC want to offer him a lot of money, but I don't know. I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. I don't have any proof of this, guys, but I'm like, you know what? He probably just don't want to go over there. Go over there and fight on their platform. I think that, you know how with the PBC, you have to go to them to make a fight happen. I think whatever happens with whoever's mandated, and I don't give a damn what platform it's on. They can fight on the Brooklyn Bridge, and they can have Papa Smurf be the promoter, the network. I don't give a damn myself. I'm gonna watch the fight. We're gonna more than likely, if I don't go to the fight, we will have a fight party and throw the fight party here, right? But I say all that to say this. It's gonna be a different ball game now. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be a different ball game now. A different ball game. Eddie Hearn said he got A-Rab money. He got A-Rab money for Canelo. For which fight that is? Hold on, who that was Canelo's gonna fight? If Canelo fights, I don't know if it's gonna be his next fight in May or in September. They got A-Rab money. They got that A-Rab money for Canelo. You get what I'm saying? And Eddie Hearn got a good relationship with people in the Middle East. You get what I'm saying? So I think that if that fight was to happen, if it get mandated with Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, it's not. I don't think Showtime will have anything to goddamn do with it. Jamario, what you say, fam? You say PBC gonna have to let those fighters start moving around and make the big fights. You know, Jamario, you right about that, fam, because that's what I was thinking about sitting here. I said, you know what? See, if I'm Caleb Plant or David Benavidez, look here, man. I don't want no promotional company or an advisory company telling me, yo, man, we got to get him over here if you want to get that fight. No, man, listen, let me go over there. Just like y'all make fighters come over here to make fights, you got to let me go over there to get this fight, man. Don't deny me of this. You get what I'm saying? Because, hey, shout out to Ali Muhammad, because they may try to dangle the carrot in front of, and then try to dangle the carrot. Look here, if you want to fight, you have to fight immediate mandatory. You got to come over here. And Canelo don't like being told what to do. We already know that. True. Nah, you don't dictate nothing over here. And if it go to purse bid, guess what? You ain't gonna outbid Eddie Hearn, not on no Canelo fight. True. Yeah, he has to defend his mandatories, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Fight. We'll see. WBO. I don't know if that fight has been mandated. You know what? That fight probably has been mandated because I think John Ryder, Zach Parker fight. Yeah, as a matter of fact, John Ryder, Zach Parker fight. That was to become the mandatory for the Canelo's WBO strap. The battle between Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, that would be for the WBC mandatory. So potentially we could potentially either get both of those fights next year, or we're never gonna get John Ryder fight. But Canelo said he wanted to go back and fight Dimitri Bivol. Now, if he go back and fight Dimitri Bivol in September, more than likely that's going to be in the Middle East. But Canelo did say he wanted to fight in the UK. Oh, you know what, man? I wouldn't mind seeing Canelo fight in the UK. I wouldn't mind seeing that. He gonna sell out he gonna sell out a whole goddamn stadium. I'm pretty sure. What's that stadium that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fought at? Hell, like 80,000, 90,000 people. If Canelo fight over there in the UK, Dimitri Bivol next year, man, that shit, bro. Fight in the UK. Fight over there in the UK. Fight over there in the UK, and then come back and fight the winner of Plant and Benavidez. It all depends on. Again, I tell you guys who got the pull, who got all the pull. That's what I believe. You said what you say, Candy Slim. If Plant wins, it's let's go, puto. He said Benavidez wins. I don't like to fight Mexican fighters. Hey, Candy Slim. Hey, Candy Slim. Hey, man, look here, man. Oh, Wembley. Yeah, that's what it is. Wembley. That's who hold the 80,000, 80, 90,000. Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be big. Bro, that'll be, oh my Lord. Oh, what? Hey, what you say? You said that's a big one over there, coach. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Bro, that'll be massive. That'll be massive there. 90,000. I don't care who it'll be. Because listen, he's in the driver's seat. So in order for him to become undisputed, what my main man Eddie Hearn was like, look, Canelo, they don't want to work with me. They don't like me. They don't want to do a joint. Promo for this fight. So if you want to go chase history, man, go ahead, man. I'm not going to try to stop you. And that's what I like about Eddie Hearn, right? Regardless of what. If it's a fighter that wants to fight for a belt, but that fighter, but the promotional company don't want to deal with Eddie Hearn, Eddie like, look here, man, I'm not going to try to stop you. The zone don't be like, no, we're not going to try to stop you. If you need to go over there and do what you got to do. And that's how it should be. It should be like that. But You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's how it. I mean, I'm just saying for me, that's how it should be. That's how it should be. I mean, what do you say? You say, we say, Coach, I feel Canelo should defend against mandatory no excuses. Yeah. He's saying in the article. He's gonna fight him. So, you know what I mean? Only thing we gotta do, Jaime, and see. Absolutely. But what I'm trying to tell you is what the sanctioning bodies, you know the power brokers, Jaime, the power brokers control the sanctioning bodies. I mean, bro, I don't like it, but it is what it is. Ain't shit I can do about it. Ain't shit you can do about it. It is what it is, fam. That's just how the ball bounces. So we'll see what's up. Riley Moolah say Eddie Hearn just another sleazy promoter like the rest. Okay, well, welcome to the fight game, partner. At least you acknowledge all of them are sleazy promoters. At least you ain't picking and choosing which one is sleazy and which one is not. Pop a lot of shit, James. What's going on, fam? Salute to you, my brother. He said Hearn giving big money though. Yes, he is. He is giving big money. He's definitely doing that. Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Real Talk. What did he say, fam? You say yes. You say yeah. He's getting emotional. They all do. They all do that when they're not getting anywhere. I don't know who you're talking to in the chat, but you know, Annalie, what's going on? He say sleazy, huh? Annalie say sleazy, huh? Hey, Yamas, well, shout out to my brother Yamas, man, from Brooklyn. What did he say, fam? You say no, that back end, none of that back end BS. Nah. Fuck all that. Yeah, fuck all that back end. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, what did you say, Mr. Calderon? You say, who knew telling the cash cow what to do will leave a bad taste in his mouth? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Hitman, what you say, fam? You say Andrade was getting paid. Yes, he was. Andrade was getting paid. I know Devin Haney was getting paid. They say he's sleazy and stuff like that. But guess what? Do you know how they say, well, we don't hear nobody complaining over there? Guess what? There wasn't nobody complaining. I'm saying like the fighters who got paid, like the Devin Haney's and stuff like that. Shit. I spoke, as a matter of fact, I spoke to Bill, and he was like, man, they had a good relationship. They had a good relationship with Eddie Hearn. So, you know, hey, it is what it is, man. But I just want to see the damn fights. That's all I give a damn about. Hey, what you say, John B. Poetic? You say Al Heyman always hold his fighters back, and they sit there and let them. Hey, bro, this is the thing, though, right? This is the thing, too, right? Like, it's like the double standards and the triple standards. Like, when it's time for David Benavidez or Caleb Plant to fight Canelo again, the situation will be different because now he got all the belts. So he got all the belts. You get what I'm saying? So there's no, hey, shout out to PBC Central. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to my sister Lisa Bell's in the building. He got all the damn belts. So there's no, hey, you know, if you want to fight, you got to come over here. It ain't gonna be none of that. It's gonna be, hey, look here, puto. Hey, tell your people to say this. If you want to fight me, you got to come over here. I'm the A side. I'm gonna A side your ass to death. I'm going to do y'all like y'all did me when I came over there. I'm going to A-side your ass to death. This is what it's going to be. You got to come over here to the zone. Come over here to the match room. This is where we fighting at. This, you know what I mean? That's what it's going to be. You get what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do. So the question I have is this. Will they allow him to Al Heyman let any one of those boys lead to get paid? You know what I mean? Saul, what you say, fam? You say 3-fight deal again? I don't know. I don't know, man. Dr. Paul Evans, what you say, fam? You say, what you say, Dr. Paul? Shout out to Mr. Dixon. What's going on, fam? Salute, fam. Sonny Chiba, what you say, bro? Sonny Chiba say undisputed champion defending against 40-year-old middleweight and journeyman. He say fight fans okay with it. Can't make this shit up. I mean, the thing is this, Sonny Chiba. The thing is this. You have some fight fans. They say they're fans, but they don't support like that, right? I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Canelo Alvarez has there's a reason why. Fuck, let me see. There's a reason why, that's my homeboy. There's a reason why PBC offers Canelo a boatload of money to try to come fight for them. There's a reason why, other, the UK and other people, they're going to offer him a boatload of money to come fight, right? It's because he's that guy. So my thing is this. Hold on, as a matter of fact, I want to address what you said, fam. I want to just say, shout out to Ruben. What you say, fam? You say PBC would never let their fighters go to the zone. And guess what? They're going. If that's unfortunate. That'll be very, very unfortunate. But Canelo has a built-in fan base. He has a fan base that buys his pay-per-views and they pay big money to come see him fight. These are the facts. And his fan base overwhelmingly supports him. No matter where he fights at. Dallas, Texas, what he did in Texas. He did 74,000 at the football stadium. No fighter has done that in America. At the football stadium in Dallas. He's not even from there. In Dallas, he did that, right? And that was with an unknown Billy Joe Saunders. So his fan base overwhelmingly supports him like that. Some fighters who they may be popular with certain YouTube channels, but when they fight, they pay-per-views suck. They can't sell out they can't sell out a venue. None of that. I.e., our brother Deontay Wilder. If you listen to a lot of the, and this ain't no knock on Wilder. For me, it had a lot to do with the fight didn't get promoted, and then too he's fighting David. I mean, what dude name? Robert Helenas. But you see, he only did 77,000 pay-per-view buys. Now I don't know how much of the fight was streamed, but I'm saying like they didn't even they couldn't even Tank Davis do more than that in the streaming era. I don't know exactly what he does, but I'm pretty sure he does over 100K in the streaming era. You get what I'm saying? So Canelo fans, man, he got a really, really good fan base, dog. Believe it, he got a really good fan base. And some of these dudes I be hearing, man, hearing about them dudes ain't got no fan bases like that. I'm just being honest. Timothy, what's going on, fam? Timothy, what you tell you say Benavidez stops playing? Man, Tim, I don't know, dog. I don't know, dog. I just something is telling me, something is telling me, bro. Something is telling me that something is telling me that Benavidez, that Caleb Plant might pull it off. That's what he's saying. Rick Timms, what's going on, fam? What do you say? You say Canelo ain't no damn special. He's a coddled. What do you say? He's a coddled and calculated duck. Rick, man, fuck that shit. He's a coddled and calculated duck. Hey, Rick, this is the crazy part. This is the crazy part I want to run down on you though. Why is this a dumb question? But I have to ask the question anyway. This is a dumb question, right? This is a dumb question. Why does he get offered so much money? If everybody felt the way you felt, my brother Rick, if everybody felt the way you felt, why is Showtime, the PBC, willing to offer him more money than anybody there offer anybody else on their roster? You get what I'm saying? That to me, that's the proof in the pudding right there. Now, I'm gonna hold Canelo accountable for what he said in this article. He wants to fight. What he said, everybody, hold on, let me do it. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this back up because I want to make sure I get this right. He said it's going to be very competitive between Benavidez and Plant. I personally believe that Benavidez wins. He said, I am here to face the best and make the best fights in boxing. I am interested in all of those fights. Now, whatever leads me to make history, this is what I'm here for. Now, we got to hold him accountable for this. He said that he's interested in making all of those fights. Let's see what happens in 2023. Let's see what happens with the sanctioning bodies. I definitely want to see what happens with the sanctioning bodies. Because if the winner of this fight will become the WBC mandatory to Canelo's super strap. Let's see what Mauricio Suleiman does. Let's see what he does. I gotta look at this very, very closely. I gotta see what Mauricio Suleiman does. You get what I'm saying? I really, really want to see this. Really want to see this. Anxious to see. Bruce Gas in the building. Bruce, what's going on, fam? I want to see how this play out. I want to see how this play out. Mr. LWC, what did he say? He said pull up Oscar interview where he was trying to talk bet Canelo. Oh, he was trying to get Canelo to fight the best. Yeah, I think did I see that interview? Yeah. I think I saw that interview. Yeah, I think I saw that interview. That was a while ago, right? That was about a couple of months ago, right? What did it say, real talk? You say I find it weird how PBC are saying Canelo was the prize, like they're guaranteed a fight if one of them wins. That's selling false hope right there. Yeah, there's this perception. There's this perception that and the only way to clear all doubt, real talk, we gotta see these fights. You get what I'm saying? So there's this perception that, and we heard it when Canelo fought Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant was the one that was going to beat Canelo. Then he beat Caleb Plant. Now it's Benavidez, the Mexican monster. So people want to see that fight. Top guys fight the top guys, right? He is a mandatory. Whoever win that fight with Plant and Benavidez will become the mandatory. Whoever the John Ryder fight become the mandatory. Who is going to be the IBF mandatory? Who is going to be the WBA mandatory? Is that David Morrell? David Morrell is the WBA. He's the WBA Reggie. He got the Reggie belt. You get what I'm saying? Another PBC fighter. So what I guess what I'm trying to say, guys, is how I see the politics with the sanctioning bodies. Al Heyman does have a very good relationship with Mauricio Suleiman, but now that Canelo have all of the belts, how is this shit gonna play out? I don't want to see a situation to where David Benavidez or Caleb Plant have an opportunity to get another bag, and their advisory company or promotional company is holding them back, saying we're not gonna let you go. We're not gonna let you go, even though the other company let other fighters go to come over here and fight on our platform, but we're not gonna allow you to do the same thing. That's what I'm hoping don't happen, dog. That's what I'm hoping don't happen. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to AMW. You see all these lame bodies, no draw boxers, and this Canelo guy is out here making the bag. Y'all some haters. It is what it is, man. You say funny because the LGBTQ community saying Canelo hasn't fought anyone yet. Everybody feeling some type of way. You say, will he get offered? You say, well, will he get offered so much money because the media has falsely anointed him as that guy, when in fact he's not. He's a limited B+ fighter who would you say who can't compete versus elite non-white opponents. Can you give me an example of that, fam? Elite non-white opponents. Are you talking about Floyd Mayweather? And you talking about Floyd Mayweather? And you feel that Canelo is a limited B+ fighter. And you feel that the reason why he's getting paid, offered so much money because the media anointing him as that guy. Well, can you explain why? Can you explain his pay-per-view numbers? And can you explain his live gate numbers? You get what I'm saying? So, do you feel that all of the people who buy his pay-per-views and spend all this money to see him fight, do you feel that they've been deceived? That they've been deceived by the media as well? Is that how you feel, fam? Shout out to Big Blessed Boxing. What did it say, fam? You say Plant getting stopped, folks. Plant will face Plant into the canvas. Bruh, hey, Blunts, I'm trying to tell you, dog. I don't know, bruh. Bruh, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Something is telling me, man, to go. Something is telling me to go, man, with the white. Well, he ain't white no more. He black. With the black Floyd Mayweather mixed with a little bit of Sugar Ray. I don't know, dog. I'm trying to tell you, Big Blunts. I don't know. I like the Mexican monster. Now. I like the Mexican monster. But, man, I don't know, man. Caleb Plant, boy, I don't know, bro. He seemed like he just fight with he fight with a certain swag about himself now. He got a lot to prove now. PBC, what you say, Mad Dog Age? You say PBC has something to offer Canelo, and that was Plant's. That was Plant's belt. But this time around, they have nothing to offer Canelo. Shout out to Dario Smith. Dario, what's going on, fam? Oh, damn, Fotex. I forgot to I forgot to read his doggone super chat. Sorry about that, Fotex. Let me get you a super chat. Shout out to Fotex.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Fotex say R, coach. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, what you say? Hey, what you say? Hey, what you say, Big Bless? You saw my little bias. You know, the Mexican Monster, my favorite fight. Hey, the Mexican Monster, man. It is what it is,
We the
man.
Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these
I'm not
people out.
scared.
Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's
please.
up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names,
who they
please.
is,
The
man.
names need to be
But they know
named.
who they is.
The Mexican Monster.
Mexican Monster. Not getting that much respect.
Hello.
Hey, what it say? So he say so. He say so. It's Plant Black officially. Yeah, he black. He black. According to listen. According to Wakanda now. According to Wakanda, he's black. He's black now. So you know in America, Hey, check this out. You know, in America, a whole lot of they got all identity politics now. You don't have to be a he no more. You don't have to be a she no more. You don't have to be a him or a her no more. You know what I mean? If you're a man, you can identify as a woman. If you're a woman, you can identify as a man. If you're black, you can say you're white. If you're white, you can say you're black. You can say you're Asian. You can say you're Puerto Rican, Dominican. You can say whatever in America now. So I think maybe that's the card, that's the angle that they're playing, with the woke mob, and with the woke ideology that we have going on in America. I think that's the lane that they're going down right now. That's what I think. What you say? You said Mexican Monster versus Uganda. Uganda. Hey man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Hey, I say, nah, albino. I'm just saying, man, y'all sleeping on my dog, Caleb Plant. Y'all sleeping on Plant. Y'all sleeping on Plant. Hey, El Unico, what you say? You say, who is Wakanda riding for this fight? Talking about Benavidez or Plant? That's a good question, bro. That's a good question. I'm anxious to find out. I'm really anxious to find out. You say Caleb Plant. You say Caleb Plant is boxing Rachel Dozier. Okay. I'm anxious to find out. I'm anxious to find out. You get what I'm saying? I'm anxious to find out who it is. L. Harvey, what to say, fam? You say whole world screwed up. Bro, let me tell you something, bro. Bro, the author of confusion. If you want to get confused, if you ain't from this country, if you want to get confused, come to America. True. Hey, what you say? Tim, you say Plant gonna be sleeping. All right. David gonna knock his ass move out. Hey, Tim, I'm trying to tell you now. Tim, I'm trying to tell you, dog. I'm trying to tell you. Money Made mixed with Sugar Ray. Caleb Plant is Money Made mixed with Sugar Ray. I'm trying to tell you, dog. I'm trying to tell you what it is. That's all I'm saying. Modern King Boxing. Y'all sleeping on my dog, Caleb Plant. Y'all sleeping on Plant. Hey, AMW he say Plant runs himself in the traps. Nah, you know what though? Nah, no he don't. No he don't. All jokes aside, Caleb Plant ain't got but one loss. He ain't got but one loss. He lost to Canelo. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Caleb Plant footwork better than David Benavidez. To be honest with you, I like Caleb Plant's footwork. Cause to me, David Benavidez ain't really got no footwork like that. He don't. Oh, okay. So Regis Prograis has been paid all of his money. I'm told by the management of Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis management team has confirmed that Regis Prograis has just been paid all of his money. So he did get paid for his fight. Let's give Regis Prograis a round of applause. Yeah, you got to give me some examples of Caleb Plant running in the traps, because I don't see that. I don't see that when Caleb Plant fight. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you, and I'm not even a fan of Caleb Plant like that. You know what I mean? But I'm just being honest with you. I don't see that. You got to give me some examples. Because he kicked everybody's ass. He stepped in front of until he lost to Canelo. And he was boxing good against Canelo until Canelo pressed him out. Shout out to Drew. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
And what to say, Drew? You say Rick Tim is lost. Bivol is not white.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Let's see what's up. We got another super chat right here. Shout out to Derek. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam, double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Derek, what you say? You say I just don't think playing can hurt David. You don't have to hurt him to beat him in a fight. I.e. my main man Pernell Whitaker, i.e. Sugar Ray Leonard, i.e. Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather, because Money Mayweather wasn't knocking nobody out. I.e. Just name some of the fighters who was really, really great at boxing. They said Ali couldn't hit hard and stuff like that. Not comparing nobody to Ali, but historically there's quite a few fighters that don't have that knockout power or strong punching power that'll box circles around you. You get what I'm saying? So, we don't know. Just because he can't hurt Caleb Plant, we don't know that yet. I mean, David Benavidez, we don't know that yet until they fight. You know what I mean? But, that doesn't mean he can't win. You get what I'm saying? That doesn't mean he can't win. Yeah, but footwork, I definitely get that footwork to Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant got some of the best footwork in boxing. That dude can box. Yo, Camacho, Jaime Rivera, yo, Camacho. Yo, Camacho. You get what I'm saying? Bruce Gas in the building. Hey, shout out to World Comeback Sports, man. World Comeback Sports, what's going on, my brother? Salute to you, fam. Shout out to World Comeback Sports, man. Shout out to my sister on Food Revolution as well. Shout out to Drew. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Hey, we got to open up the phone lines, man. Hey, let's get the lights. How many lights we got? Hey, we got 400 people. We got 400 people in here, man, and less than 200 lights. Bro, this is crazy. Oh, this is crazy, bro. Hey, we got to get the lights up, man. I want to open up the phone lines. Get the lights up. I know y'all want to call in on this subject. Shout out to Drew. What you say, fam? You say Canelo fight more black fighters than Charlo and Tank. Hey, you know what, though? That's true. True. As a matter of fact, I don't know how many black fighters Tank has fought, and I don't think. I think what Jamal Charlo, what he fought? He fought K9, J-Rock, Austin Trout, and I think maybe Brandon Adams. I think Brandon Adams is black. 4, and that's it. I think 4. That's it. From what I know of, from what I remember. So, and this is the thing, right? This is the thing. I get it. All we want to see is the top fighters fight each other. Canelo have all of the belts in the super middleweight division. So, he's going to fight his mandatory, more than likely in May. I don't know what he's going to get paid for that. I ain't getting a dime of it, but he's going to get paid a boatload of money for that fight. Then the winner of Caleb Plant and David Benavidez will become the mandatory. Now, I want to see become the mandatory to the WBC strap. What I want to see is this. People want to see Canelo fight David Benavidez. But David Benavidez has to get by Caleb Plant. There's no guarantee that David Benavidez going to beat Caleb Plant. So, assuming, and let's say Caleb Plant was to win the fight, will you be upset that, oh man, goddamn, Canelo don't want to fight the Mexican Monster when this fight is a WBC eliminator for it to become the mandatory? I want y'all to think about this now. I know everybody going with Benavidez, and I understand why. But this is boxing. I want to look at the odds in this fight. As of now, Benavidez hasn't really I mean, he hasn't really fought. He hasn't really fought anybody like no real tough competition. To be honest with you, his resume really ain't all that. David Benavidez, to be honest, he's fought guys, junior middleweights who moved up, stuff like that. It's not. So I really don't know how good David Benavidez is because I haven't seen him in there with any elite competition. Now, I consider Caleb Plant an elite fighter. And Canelo Alvarez is an elite fighter. So I would like to see what David Benavidez look like against Canelo Alvarez. Fighting Canelo, I would love to see that fight. You get what I'm saying? Because there's all this hype about, Benavidez is this and Benavidez is that. Me, I'm the type of guy, it's kind of like the same thing with Bruce Ennis and stuff like that. Okay, I haven't seen these guys in there with any of the top guys, so, they look good. They pass the eye test and stuff, but you just never know. And you have to see them in there with the top guys. I look at Caleb Plant as a top guy. So if Benavidez can beat Caleb Plant, bam, now that's something that I can say, you know what? That's a bad mofo. I can't sit here and say that Benavidez is a bad mofo based on the level of opposition that I've seen him fight thus far. You get what I'm saying? I like David Benavidez. Now, he's a good fighter, but the Caleb Plant fight, to me, that's going to be the litmus test for me. When I see how he fights in that fight, when I see that, then that'll tell me everything I need to know. Shout out to Fotex.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, okay.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say sources. Booger Ray still in the trunk to this day. Oh man, hey, look here, man. Y'all gonna be talking about my dog Booger Ray neither. Y'all ain't gonna be talking about my dog Booger Ray either. Shout out to Jay Breeze. What did he say, fam? He said, let's not forget Benavidez got dropped by a C-level fighter. Yeah, he did get dropped. Whatever level you want to get that fighter, but he did get dropped though. That is true. He did get dropped. Some fighters, if they get dropped, you know what I mean, it's World War III. A lot of people forget about that though. A lot of people forget about that. Hey, what to say? Well, come back. What to say, fam? You said they both stopped Darrell in the 9th round, coach. You talking about Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. Yeah, Caleb Plant, David Benavidez. Yeah. But Caleb Plant got knocked out of it. Hey, when I come back, Caleb Plant, Jakob. Boy, that goddamn Caleb Plant, boy. Boy, Caleb Plant brought the left hook from hell. Boy, he hit Anthony Darrell with the double left hook to the body. He paused with it a little bit, and as soon as Darrell dropped that right hand, he came up with it. He caught him with the left hook. And if Anthony Darrell was been doing his homework, that's Caleb Plant's patented move. He dropped Jose Uzcategui with that. He dropped him, Jose Uzcategui. Shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What does say, Drew? You say, Coach, do you have an issue with Canelo only fighting one mandatory a year and the other fight a voluntary fight? If he's back on the 2 times a year schedule. Me personally, Drew, what I would like to see Canelo fight those guys in super middleweight. You get what I'm saying? I would like to see him fight those guys in super middleweight. I don't think he has anything to prove anymore. He has a Hall of Fame career. He's a Hall of Fame career. Like the names on his resume, it is what it is. He doesn't have to go up to light heavyweight to fight any of those guys. I think, you know what I mean? I think he could just fight his mandatories. I think if he can fight his WBO mandatory, fight his WBC mandatory, if and when that comes up, fight his WBA mandatory, if that comes up, fight his IBF mandatory. For me, if he's going to stay in that division, just like we require of all the other fighters in the other divisions, you got to defend your mandatory. That's what I want to see. But now, Canelo gonna give us 2 fights a year. So I do like the 2 fights a year. I'm not going to lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, Drew. I do like the 2 fights a year. We know that Canelo's one of the most active fighters in boxing. Even at 32, he's gonna at least fight 2 times a year. We know that. So some fighters they fight once every 18 months, once a year. You know what I mean? So, but that's what I want, Drew. That's what I want. I want to see him fight those guys. I want to see him fight those guys. You know what I mean? Because I want to see what they got. I want to see what they got. I really want to see if David Benavidez is the Mexican monster. I really want to see that. Now, a litmus test for me will be when he fight Caleb Plant. Hey, what to say? Food Revolution, he said you can't go 11 rounds with Canelo Alvarez and not come out a major problem for the rest of your division. Still sharp and still. Yeah. Hey, what to say, Big Blunts? You say Darrell was standing still against Caleb. He said against David, he was running. You said against David, he was running. Well, y'all hard, boy. Y'all hard. Hey, shout out to Remy. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Hey, Blacks, boy.
Time's over, boy.
All right, Bruce, I got you. You say what you say, Remy? You say if C level fighters earn championships, sign me up. Hey, man, let me get the Bruce super chat. You said I missed your super chat, Bruce? Oh, I missed a super chat. I got Drew. Okay. Shout out to South Central. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said we got to stop the cap, the pressure, the power, the combinations of Benavidez and Stocks plants. But yeah, you're talking about the pressure, the power, and the combination of Benavidez against whom? True. It's not cap. You got to understand. What you fail to understand is David Benavidez looks like a world beater. David Benavidez looks like the best fighter in the history of boxing. But against whom? That's what you fail to realize. Who you fight matters. Outside of the PBC Central, what do you say? You say Wakanda's going crazy today. Hey, let's get the lights up. Let me drop this phone lines, man. Yeah, we ain't even got 200 likes. We have 400 people in here, and we don't have 200 likes. Oh, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. We say exactly, Cole. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Jamario, what you say, Jamario? He said, "Who you fight matters." That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that Caleb Plant is going to be a litmus test for me. Caleb Plant is going to be a litmus test for me. What did you say? If Caleb getting wobbled, you say David gonna punch him with 15 consecutive uppercuts. I mean, bro, again, we're gonna find out. My thing is, Big Blunts, when Caleb Plant and David Benavidez fight each other, I'm just saying for me, shout out to my sister Bless 365. Salute, sis. I didn't even see you here. That's gonna tell me everything I need to know. That's gonna tell me everything I need to know, fam. For real though. That's gonna tell me everything I need to know. Yes, David Benavidez looked like King Kong. He looked like Godzilla. He looked like what you say, the Mexican monster that Mike Tyson called him? Yes, but he looked like that against who he's been fighting. And what do you say, Timothy? That's you? Phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. Let's get the likes up, though, man. We got over 400 people in here, man. Less 300 likes. This is unacceptable. We got to get the likes up, bro. We got to get the likes up. You get what I'm saying, though? 300 is my threshold. I need 300. I need 90 more likes. We got over 200 now. I need 90 more likes. Phone lines open. 530-494-9636. Y'all call the old boy, man. Call the old boy. I want to hear from you. Shout out to Quentin. What's going on, my brother? Hey, okay. Dropping another half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Phone lines open, man. Shout out to my brother Quentin. Quentin, what did you say? Quentin be talking cash shit too. He said, get the likes up. Only casuals don't hit the like button. Yeah, man, y'all get the like button up for the old boy.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, man, you get what I'm saying though? Hey, knockdown 305, Dade County's finest. He said, take a look at Plant. Could have been on the other side of that KO. That body shot was weak and slow. He was wide open for the counter. Which one are you talking about? Oh, yeah. No, but you know what though? Knockdown 305. I know exactly what you're talking about. No, he paused it. What it was, listen. He set that shot up. He set that shot up. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, don't let me catch you there in Omaha. Coach, it's me, Steve Kim. What's going on? Don't hang up. It's me, Steve. What's going on?
Steve Kill, man. Talk to me, my brother, man. What's going on, man? Yeah.
All right, couple things. We talked yesterday privately, but my understanding is I got a message from the management of Regis Prograis, like Eric B. and Rakim. He is now paid in full. He's good.
Oh, that's good, man.
So,
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, everyone was kind of in an uproar. I guess there was an issue. I guess the promoters of the show, Marv Nation and whoever else was involved, they started a new bank account and large sums of money were coming in. We all know the figures that were thrown about with the first bid and what the fighters were owed. And I guess there was a bit of a mix-up in terms of the paperwork or some sort of clerical issue. But his management tells me the money is paid, so no one's been stiffed. I think it would have been terrible for Regis and everyone else involved, but he's good. He's been made whole.
That's good, man. That's great. That's really great news. Cause I had started a hashtag pay Regis program. But it only lasted.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Christmas season coming on. He's got gifts to pay. His kids want a train set. He wants a Red Ryder BB gun with the thing that tells time. And, so it's good for Regis. I thought he put on a hell of an effort. And I want to see what happens next. This is very key. So WBC has made Jose Ramirez his mandatory. So now the question is this. Will Top Rank allow Jose Ramirez to fulfill that mandatory, or are they going to steer him away and say, hey, if Teofimo beats Sandor Martin next week, do we go for some vacant title with those two guys? Personally, I think there comes a point in time, Coach, we got to see everybody fighting everybody. I'm sick of these in-house fights. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
I want to start seeing fights involving everybody. I'm a boxing fan. I don't care who puts on a fight. If it's a good fight, like you and me, we're going to watch it. We don't give a damn about that other stuff.
Yeah. What do you think about the winner of Caleb Plant and David Benavidez will become the WBC mandatory? Now, we both know how Mauricio Sulaiman, we know how this works, stuff like that with the power brokers in boxing. This is a two-part question. How do you see that fight playing out with Benavidez and Caleb Plant? Do you think Caleb Plant has a shot? People in the chat are saying that Benavidez is the Mexican monster, but I'm like, yeah, he's a Mexican monster, but against whom?
Right. I mean, look, Godzilla has not been playing King Kong here. I mean, look, and I like David Benavidez a lot, but he's been fighting Mickey Mouse and Hello Kitty, So we got to be honest about that. You know what's interesting? Steven Breadman Edwards, a guy that I really respect, he has always thought, and this is long before he ever hooked up with Caleb Plant. He told me this 2 years ago. He said, Steve, I think Caleb Plant is really good, and I think his style gives Benavidez fit.
Yeah.
Because as much as Benavidez throws, he's an active volume puncher. If you're not right in front of him inside that pocket and you make him reset his feet, that fight becomes difficult for him.
Yeah.
So I actually think Caleb Plant has got his mojo back. And he showed that when he sits down on his punches, he's got pretty decent power. I think it's a very difficult fight. I don't see this being an easy night for Benavidez at all.
Yeah, man. I think a lot of people are really, really sleeping on Caleb Plant. I'm like, bro, do you see that guy's footwork? He has some damn good footwork. Caleb Plant has some of the best footwork in boxing. He has a nice jab. And again, David Benavidez is a good fighter. He throws a lot of punches and bunches, but he's hitting guys that's standing right in front of him. Once he get him pinned in the corner, and I'm like, dude, this dude Caleb Plant, he's not those other guys that David Benavidez has fought. And I like David Benavidez, but I can't crown him world beater, based on who he's fought. Now, if he can do Caleb Plant like that, then I'm sold.
Right, and Coach, let's make this very clear. The winner of that fight, forget what the WBC mandate's going to be. We know Jose Sulaiman has been, or Mauricio Sulaiman, he's been in that Canelo protection business ever since he made him the franchise champ, which insulated him from taking on any mandatory challengers. But in my view, there should be a public calling or a pressure for Canelo Alvarez. You're going to compete at 168. The winner of Benavidez, by all accounts, has earned the right to say, hey, wait a minute, we want that payday. We've earned it to a certain degree. Now, I think it's kind of obvious that Eddie Hearn and Canelo may have their designs on the Bivol fight at 175 or maybe 68. But, I mean, this is interesting, Coach. I was there ringside for that fight. I had it 10-2, 9-3. I thought it was an easy fight, and I actually think Bivol now is more confident and better. I don't really see a need for that rematch right now, to be honest with you.
So basically you would prefer Canelo stay at 168 and defend his titles against his mandatories. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Let me just say this, and I've said this for a long time. In an era, Coach, when fighters only fight once or twice a year, I don't need to see the same fight over and over again. Remember, I've used this analogy before. Because we were about the same. Remember the Police Academy series?
Yeah, Police Academy, with Bubba Smith. And,
God damn, they made about 5 too many of those. I mean, after the first couple, I was like, shit, okay, I'm good with no more Police Academies, right? They kept making 6, 7, 8. And unless these guys are fighting 4 or 5 times a year like they used to, then I don't mind the immediate quick rematch, right? But there comes a point in time, I want to see other fights with other fighters, don't you?
Yeah. Absolutely. Again, I want to see Canelo fight the winner of Benavidez and Plant, because I need to know for myself if this guy Benavidez is who they say he is, right?
Right.
I need to know that, and the only way I'm going to know that, I want to see him fight Caleb Plant. If he can beat Caleb Plant, then fight Canelo. The question I have for you is this: last time when Canelo fought Caleb Plant had the IBF belt, right? If WBC mandates the winner of Plant Benavidez to fight Canelo, now that Canelo have all of the belts, how do you see that playing out? PBC don't want to do business with Eddie Hearn, but Canelo is over there with Eddie Hearn. So how is that going to work out?
That's a great question. I wonder if Canelo would tell that other side, hey guys, I faced you last time on your network and my platform, and I left Eddie, who he seems to really like. Come over and make the real money with Eddie in the zone. See, we gotta stop getting wrapped up in my side of the street, yours. It's ridiculous. Look, Canelo did his part last year by going over to the other side of the street and facing Caleb Plant. If Caleb Plant wants to make that money and get his retribution, and it comes down to, hey, telling Al Heyman, Al, come on, man, you've let other guys cross the street once in a while. I think I can beat this guy. It's a lot of money for both of us. Let's do this. I am sick and tired of fights not happening because a guy's on the wrong side of the street, the other network. It's sickening to me. And the other thing is, though, I want to make this point about variation of fights. Like, I was lucky enough to go to all 3 Barrero Morales fights. Great series. Now, they actually fought, Coach, every other year. They fought in 2000, then they fought in 2002 and 2004. But in between, they faced a lot of other guys, so you saw a variation of fights. And I think it comes to the point where this is why I don't like immediate rematches in the modern era. I don't need to see Fury and Wilder just fight each other or have the bulk of their fights only against one another in a 3-year stretch. I thought it got really old, got a little bit repetitive and boring. I'm ready to see a mixing and matching of fights in all divisions.
Canelo will be fighting. Well, I don't know how true this is, but from what I was hearing, and you probably got heard a little bit more than I have, he's gonna fight the WBO, his WBO mandatory.
It looks like that John Ryder, all accounts, it looks like he's gonna get that fight.
Yeah.
Maybe they do that in England. That would be a huge event. I mean, let me just say this. If Canelo makes his debut in England, they could sell out probably like a football stadium, because it's a big deal for big-name American or North American fighters to go to the UK. Golovkin did well there. Errol Spence did well there. They really enjoy their boxing over there, differently than we do as American fans. They really appreciate when major fighters go abroad and visit them. It'd be great for his branding. And then maybe in September. But again, I don't know where that leaves Bivol. I spoke to Bivol last week. Bivol made it clear to me, Coach, he wants the last belt. Yeah, he wants the last belt at 75. He doesn't care if it's Anthony Yard or Beterbiev. I'm assuming Beterbiev will win that fight. But he said, Steve, it's really not about the name. I want to make history. I want all the belts. So I don't know where that leaves everything. But yeah, I do think Ryder has earned that next shot, or will be given that next opportunity at Canelo.
So what do you think about the winner of Caleb Plant? Because I want to see Canelo defend those belts in the super middleweight division. Whoever the winner of the Caleb Plant and Benavidez is, I don't know who the mandatory would be in the IBF. I don't know who the mandatory would be in the WBA. Maybe Morrell. I don't know. We know how the sanctioned bodies work. The thing is, if that fight is mandated by the WBC, when do you see that fight happening between the winner of Caleb Plant and Benavidez?
Well, here's the thing. In a situation where a guy has all the belts, the sanctioning bodies have an agreement on who gets which mandatory next. First of all, they would have to figure that out, okay? The other thing is, let's make this very clear. We have to be consistent, Coach. And me and you, we're boxing fans. We don't wave pom-poms for certain people. If Canelo does not face the winner of Plant Benavidez when it's time and that mandatory is due, we must be fair and balanced. Then that's a duck.
Yeah, it's right? A duck. It's a duck, and they should strip him. It's a duck, and they should strip him.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, short of, let's say Beterbiev beats Bivol, and he says, you know what, I'm going to move up to 75 to beat Bivol. Okay, but that's the only circumstance that I would take, that if he stays at 68 and he has a certain order of mandatory defenses, right, and if it comes time for the Plant Benavidez winner and their number is up, and if Canelo makes some cockamamie excuse, I don't fight a Mexican, or I don't want to have a rematch anymore. Oh God, we have to call it like we see it, Coach.
Yeah.
That
Absolutely.
would be a duck.
Absolutely, because if it was any other fighter, if it was Terrence Crawford, they call him a duck right now. I don't know why. But if it was Crawford, if it was Jamal Charlo, if it was the flavor of the day, that's what it'd be called. We gotta be honest and fair and balanced about it. So.
Right, the standard is the standard. Let's keep to it.
Yeah, but the problem is the sanctioning bodies are not consistent. Like they're not. They let certain fighters, regardless of what race they are, because we see what the IBF has done with Errol Spence. We see what certain sanctioning bodies they done with what my main man Anthony Joshua. He had 3 belts every time he fight a mandatory. You have to fight another mandatory. You know what I mean? And certain fighters. And this is what I'm seeing. That they've been consistent with this. Like with Josh Saylor. Josh Saylor became undisputed, and immediately he had to fight some mandatories. And let's say he started dropping belts, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So it just these sanctioning bodies, they're not consistent, and I think that the power brokers have something to do with the inconsistencies as it relates to certain fighters.
There's no coach. This is the reality. The sanctioning bodies and the promoters, they're in on this together. Certain organizations are very closely tied with the sanctioning body.
Okay.
It's the truth. And there's a particular pattern you see with everybody. WBO with Top Rank, WBC with PBC. And it's not an accident. And it's very convenient. I've always said, if the sanctioning bodies just followed their rules to the letter of the law, you'd see more fights and you'd see more guys getting off their ass and not being so inactive.
Yeah.
Because if you actually called for more mandatory when they were due, right, these guys would not have any choice but to either vacate the title or fight. So they're in on it together.
Jose Benavidez, Jose Sr. said that he believes Canelo's going to vacate that belt rather than fight his son. Now he's he's assuming
that is a possibility.
He's assuming that his son is going to beat Caleb Plant. I'm like, dude, I don't know why everybody's sleeping on Caleb Plant. Like it's okay. I'm like, bro, Caleb Plant ain't gonna be no walk in the park. And
No, look, Coach, can we go back? And again, I know fighters can improve. This is a long time ago.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Benavidez first won this title against Ronnie Gravel, right?
I forgot all about
Pretty
him.
decent little boxer. Yeah, white guy. And they fought in 2017, and I think they had the rematch the next fight.
Yeah, I remember that.
That first fight was close. In fact, he dropped Benavidez, if I'm not mistaken. It took Benavidez 2 attempts to really defeat Ronnie Gravel decisively. So, and again, that's a long time ago, guys. But let's not have revisionist history and think that Benavidez has just steamrolled everybody. This ain't Porky Medina.
Hey, Hey, bro. Hey, you know what? Hey, Steve, I'm like, man, this motherfucker, man. Oh, nobody. This Caleb Plant. You know, I call Caleb Plant. I say he the white Money May mixed with a little bit of Sugar Ray. What you think about that?
I mean, so look, it's a tough fight, but I'm going to say it again. I mean, Coach, we're going to be consistent here.
Yeah.
When it's time to face that mandatory, and their turn is up, if Canelo ducks, dodges, or vacates, that's
a duck.
Let's call it for what it is.
It's a duck. There's no way around it. Listen, I don't even the most staunchest Canelo Alvarez fan can't disagree with that. Like, bro, like if you have a mandatory and you choose, they calling what my main man Demetrius Andrade a duck for dropping his belt and moving up to super middleweight, but we don't know who he's going to fight yet for not fighting Janabek, and I think he was mandated twice to fight him. Twice.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Coach, I have some news on Bivol Andrade. I believe I was told he's going to be on the Tank Davis card January 7th against Damon Nicholson.
Damon Nicholson? Okay.
Yeah, the guy that lost to Berlanga about 2 years ago. Last time Berlanga looked any good. And also, I was also told that Rashidi Ellis, Speedy Rashidi, he will also be on the Tank card January 7th, but it will not be against Boots Ennis.
So
that's what I was told.
Okay, so his fight, so his opponent has yet to be determined.
Yeah, and as for Boots, this is funny. Boots every month says, I got a big announcement coming. Yeah, it's never a fight announcement. He's made more announcements than anybody in boxing the past 5 months. It's like death, taxes, and Boots Ennis promising a fight. It's the strangest thing. I mean, look, he's probably my... Yeah, go ahead, Coach.
Nah, Boots is he has a deal exclusively with Showtime, right? Or is he PBC?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. That's kind of where he's hanging his hat. That's where he is, and that's where his last 4 or 5 fights have been. And obviously, they've made a commitment to one another. Look, I think the world of Boots. I think Boots is already one of the best fighters in the world, but he's incredibly unproven, so you can't really make that definitive statement. But this is a shame. He's 24 years old, I believe, Coach. He's in the thick of his prime. He's an ascending fighter. Coach, this year he's fought 4 minutes, not 4 rounds, 4 minutes in 2023. It's like it's a crying shame.
Yeah, because the guy and the last guy he fought that wasn't even a fight. That wasn't even a sparring match.
Castillo Clayton.
Yeah, that guy.
Right, that was in May.
Yeah,
that was in May. So that's a shame about it. We're not keeping our young fighters or any fighters busy. And then so this Saturday, I know you guys are gonna have a great time watching the Chocolatito against Estrada.
I'm doing that.
And I got a question for you.
Tomorrow.
I'll definitely be watching it. I got one question before I leave. Think about this to you and your audience. I have a question. We've had Wilder Fury, great trilogy. Golovkin Canelo, historic trilogy. Now we have Estrada against Chocolatito, historic trilogy, right? I have this fear, Coach. When's the next great rivalry? Multi-fight series with fighters we give a damn about. What's the next rivalry in boxing moving forward after Saturday night?
Trilogy. I don't know. There is none. There is none that I know of in men's boxing. I would probably say we might have to go to the women's, but some of those women that have to fight, they would have to at least fight twice first. Like maybe we can get Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, especially if they can do a rematch and Amanda Serrano was to win, we could potentially get a trilogy there. Maybe Clarissa Shields and what the sister name, Savannah Marshall. Maybe if they can get a rematch, it just depends on how it turns out. I would probably look more towards the women than the men to get a trilogy. To be honest,
because think about it. First of all, these guys only fight once or twice a year. We can't even get Crawford and Spence one time, much less 2 or 3. We don't get the fights we want. Right? There's so much politics and division within the sport. And rivalries are a part of the sport. It's part of the great history of this game we call boxing. I have a feeling after Saturday night, that might be dwindling, and that's sad to me. It really is, Coach.
Yeah, you're right, Steve, man. Steve, I know you have to go, man. Thank you so much, Steve, for calling in. Steve Kim in the building.
I'll continue to listen. Great job, Coach.
All right,
Stay well.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Steve Kim, man. Steve Kim in the building, man. Salute, fam. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a hell of a question he asked. What's the next trilogy in boxing? I mean, we know we have Roman Gonzalez and versus Estrada. That's a nice trilogy right there. We had Triple G and Canelo. Shit, neither man. You know what I thought about? Triple G and Canelo. Nobody got knocked down in neither fight. No one got knocked down, swinging back and forth. Wilder Fury. I'm not gonna lie. The Wilder Fury fights were good fights. Well, the first fight and the second fight, it was just a steamroll. So it was one sided. The second fight. The third fight was I think the third fight might have been the best of the. I would say the first fight and the third fight. I think the third fight probably was the best of the trilogy because you had 5 knockdowns. Fury dropped Wilder twice. Fury dropped Wilder. Wilder dropped Fury twice, and then Wilder dropped. And then Fury knocked Wilder out in the 11th round. I think the next trilogy we may see, guys, I think it'll probably be more so the women. That Crawford Spence shit, I'm past Crawford Spence. That shit ain't that, we already see how that's worked out. So, Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, Coach? This is Ron from Vermont.
Ron from Vermont, talk to me, fam.
Man, I see y'all talking about the topic about Canelo.
Yes, sir.
Well, I was wondering, if about the weekend, man. About the Dazzling card is looking fire right now, and the ESPN Plus card. I don't know if you know this, but it's like an all heavyweight card that's on ESPN Plus Saturday. You got the Bowles is fighting. This guy is pretty good that he's fighting too. I was checking out his fights.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that. Yeah, because we're gonna cover the fights tomorrow. We talk about Chocolatito Monday, him and Estrada. But I want to talk about the rest of the fights as well tomorrow. We're gonna do a recap, and I'm gonna show the actual fight schedule right now just to see the landscape of what we had to look forward to. Yeah, for sure. I'm looking at it right now. Pro Box has a fight on Friday. UK, there's a fight in Newcastle in the UK on Friday as well. And then the Zone, and then BT Sports and ESPN Plus, Tyson Fury, Derek Chisora. I'm not gonna watch that fight really. I don't. Yeah. That just. I think that just elder abuse at this point. Derek Chisora is he's nowhere near the match of Tyson Fury. So,
I'm like this. I like that. Yeah, the Zone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Zone. Yeah, I gotta look at the undercard. I have to look at the undercard. That all of that is on the Roman Gonzalez and Estrada undercard. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a pretty good. It's like a Dazzling versus ESPN Plus weekend. It's pretty much exciting for both of them. If you ask me, that's like a real good Christmas present early, man. I'm glad ESPN Plus and Dazzling be kind of competing against each other with the best cards because they both are stacked, I think. Come on, man. You got Casamari fighting. You know what I'm saying? The featherweights is fighting. You got the Gonzalez kid fighting.
Yeah, Gonzalez.
There's a lot of different fights in there.
Yeah.
Then ESPN that's got Tyson Fury and Chisora. I don't know if you saw that press conference today, but that was awesome. I liked that press conference they had.
No, I didn't.
And then, Dazzling again, they got Estrada.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good.
Yeah, I didn't see the press conference of Fury and woman named Derek Chisora. I'll probably look at it after the show. I didn't see the press conference, but I'm excited about Chocolatito, one of my favorite fighters in boxing. I'm a huge fan of his. I know him and Estrada are gonna bring it, especially from the drama from the second fight. A lot of people felt that Chocolatito got robbed. So I'm anxious to see what does he feel. What does he feel like he's gonna have to do this time? I mean, the only way to guarantee a victory in boxing is a knockout. That's the only way to
especially with Estrada. Especially with a guy like Estrada, because that guy he'll sit there and stay in the pocket with him, and they'll bang all night. That second fight was it was almost as brutal as the Figueroa versus Stephen Fulton fight. That was a really good second fight. I almost had that as fight of the year.
Yeah.
But the Canelo thing, I like talking about him, but I just look at all of the promise. I know this is about Canelo, but he's did everything. I don't know what people are going to be mad at him about. The guy has did everything, and all those guys are sitting there slobbering at the mouth, waiting on the Willy Wonka ticket. That's all I look at them fight each other. That's all y'all can do is fight each other.
Yeah.
Did we even get one to fight yet where they fought each other yet, like the Canelo asked for?
No, well, Planet Benavidez are in the process of fighting each other in January, from what we've heard. So That's going to be one. But my thing is like what Steve Kim said, you know, if any one of those guys become Canelo's mandatory, Canelo is going to have to fight one of them. He's going to have to defend his man. He's going to have to fight his mandatory. If you're going to stay in the super middleweight division, he has to fight that mandatory. You know, we can't have a set of rules for Demetrius Andrade, but then have something different for Canelo. Or we have a set of rules for any other fighter, Crawford or a Spence or a Jamal Charlo, and have a different set of rules. No, it need to be the same set of rules. Once you have mandatories, you got to fight them. And if a fighter does defend his title against his mandatories, you can't get mad at the mandatory who he beat. It's oh man, he ain't fighting nobody. Okay, but you can't say that we want him to defend his title against mandatories in one breath, but then when the fighter defend their title against a mandatory, you criticize the mandatory and say he ain't fought nobody. So I mean, it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? But either way it go, I want to see that the super middleweight division get cleaned out. But shout out to you, Ron. Ron from Vermont. Salute to you, fam. Thank you so much for calling me.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir. That's what I want to see. Let me get the super chats out the way. Sorry about that, guys. Shout out to Cedro. Hey, okay. We're dropping that quarter of a bam double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What did he say, fam? He say, Coach, I see. He say, what you say? I see the Plant versus Benavidez going the way Zerto versus Bivol went. He said, reality check, skills over size, and punches thrown. Bro, it's like, I don't know, man. I think either people looking at Caleb Plant as a scrub, or they looking at David Benavidez as really being, you know, the Mexican monster. And I'm like, well, my thing is this. I have to see David Benavidez against some better competition. I got an old school criteria, so I can't sit back and say he's all of that without him fighting the top level competition, because he really hasn't had anybody. He ain't fought nobody. I'm being honest with you. He ain't really fought nobody. And then Steve Kim made a valid point. He did get dropped when he won. He did get dropped in 2017? He got dropped by what a lot of people say was a C-class fighter. You get what I'm saying? That was 5 years ago. So do you say he's chinny or whatever the case may be? Because, you know, a lot of people say that when a fighter get knocked down, that means he's chinny or he get hurt or something. You know, in boxing, fighters do get hurt. That happens in boxing. You know what I mean? So there's that. He might be chinny. He done been dropped before. So it's a whole lot of questions, man. There's a whole lot of questions I have. But guess what? Canelo Alvarez can answer those questions. If David Benavidez was to win this fight against Caleb Plant, Canelo can answer those questions. And Caleb Plant can answer those questions. If David Benavidez beats Caleb Plant, that'll answer the questions for me, because I think highly of Caleb Plant. I think highly of him now, especially after the Canelo fight. I definitely think highly of him. Shout out to Tommy Gunn. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Tommy Gunn, what to say, fam? You say if every boxer wasn't mandatory, it would be easier. No, you know what? You know what to make it. You know what to make it better. Again, hey, Tommy Gunn. If there was some kind of consistency with the sanctioning bodies, only problem is, fam, the sanctioning bodies are controlled by the power brokers of boxing. That's the promoters. That's why you can see fighters going up and down. A fighter that you don't see in the top 10 one day, but then the next day he's in the top 10 and stuff like that. I mean, that's how it goes, bro. Yellow envelopes, briefcases. That's just how it is. Shout out to Thua Abuela. Hey, okay. For dropping that 109. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What did you say? All mandatories are not equal. Splits differ depending on status. Benavidez rider. They have to accept offers. You just can't take Canelo the purse bids. Yeah. The same again, like I say, man, and you're right about that. You're right about it as it relates to all mandatories are not created equal, depending on who the fighter is. You know, if your mandatory is someone like Hobo Sam, you know, that's not the same as Godzilla. Yeah, but I'm saying, well, he bought a mandatory. Yeah, but it's mandatory with Pope Top Willie. Well, you got them, but we had King Kong over here. You had the Powerpuff Girls. You had Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls over here. You know what I mean? That's a different level versus Pope Top Willie. So you're right about that. And you know, but that's boxing. That's boxing in general. What you say, AI? You say Plant is a B-level fighter, not an A class yet. AI, let me ask you a question. If Caleb Plant is a B-class fighter, who is the A-class fighter in the super middleweight division? Who would you classify as an A-class fighter in the super middleweight division? Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. We need 27 more likes. I got to get over 300. We need 27 more likes. If Caleb Plant is a B-level fighter, who is an A-level fighter in the super middleweight division? Can someone answer that question? AI. Shout out to Jaime Rivera with the Safe Family. Say sanctioned bodies have their preferences and also accept them yellow envelopes. Exactly. Damian Wesson, what you say, fam? You say, man, those are the easiest thing in boxing to duck. Just ask Ryan, Mugia, Canelo, Tank, Isak Cruz. You get what I'm saying, though? What you say, Jay Williams? You say Benavidez is on the wrong side of the street. You're on the wrong side of the street. You're on the wrong side of the street. Call Al. Terry Crawford on the wrong side of the street. Terry Crawford on the wrong side of the street. That Benavidez on the wrong side of the street. You know what I mean? Oh, that shit, that was so funny, boy. He said Benavidez ain't A-class either. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's a $1 million question. That's a $1 million question. If Caleb Plant, what you say, AI, you say Canelo Benavidez B+, just like Cambosos is B level. Okay, so who is an A-level fighter? So if Caleb Plant is a B-level fighter and Canelo and Benavidez is a B-level fighter, so you don't have a problem with B-level fighters fighting each other? I mean, because of course I disagree with you wholeheartedly, but, you know, who's an A-level fighter? What you said? You say Canelo A. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Canelo B-level, too. Al LaPow, what you say? You say, why Canelo picks David over Plant if David a nobody and fought nobody for him to win? And why he fight Plant then? Well, he fought Plant. I answer that. He fought Caleb Plant because Caleb Plant had the IBF strap, and Canelo needed to fight. He needed to fight Caleb Plant in order to become undisputed. So that answers that question right there. Now, as to why Canelo picked David Benavidez over Plant, I mean, maybe he feel like David Benavidez, from a stylistic standpoint, brings something to the table that he feel that Caleb Plant won't be able to handle. That don't mean he right. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Boston Jim. What to say, fam? I feel like ABC level talk is a good cop out to avoid talking about actual boxing skills. All of y'all have different definitions of what they are. And that's true. And boxing gyms, and this is what I tell you, fam. This is why I say I have a boxing criteria. A lot of people don't have boxing criteria. I have my criteria written right here. Every time I do a show, I look at it. I say my boxing criteria is this. You know, when I look at who is a top-notch fighter or what type of champion you are, this is my criteria. What was the level of competition you fought? How do you judge that? How many top 10 fighters have you fought? You see what I'm saying? That's how you would judge that. That's number 2. Number 3, did you dominate your weight division or divisions if you went through multiple divisions? But if you are in a one weight division for a long duration of time, did you dominate it? Meaning, did you beat the top guys, all your mandatories and stuff like that came up? You know what I mean? Did you fight or try to fight the best in the division? But, you know, that can be interpreted any kind of way. But how many career-defining fights have you had? So my criteria is level of competition. How many top 10 fighters have you fought? Did you dominate the weight division if you stayed there for a while? And how many career-defining fights have you had? You get what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. I have a boxing criteria. Hey, shout out to my sister, man. Blessed 3. Salute to my sister, my beautiful sister, Blessed 365. Salute to Blessed. Shout out to the boxing section. Boxing section, what's going on, fam? Salute to you, fam. You get what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it, fam. You know what I mean? I have a boxing criteria that I go by. Now, I'm not saying your criteria may be different. Some people criteria may be who got the most clout. Who got the most clout? Sorry about that, fam. I had you on mute on the show. I didn't even realize it. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jake from Rochester.
Jake from Rochester. Talk to me, fam.
I was listening to Randy Gordon. Are you familiar with Randy Gordon, the former New York State Athletic Commissioner?
Randy Gordon. I'm not gonna lie, brother. I'm not familiar with him.
He's the editor of Ring Magazine.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I know you're talking about.
Okay, he has a serious XM show with Jerry Cooney, and they interview fighters, and it's a boxing show. And he was talking about Canelo, and he said that he has inside sources that telling him that this is going to be Canelo's last year in boxing, and that he's not going to fight anymore after this year. I don't know if you heard anything like that.
No, I haven't heard that at all. That's a new one. Who said this again?
Randy Gordon.
No, I ain't never heard of that, bro. Because Canelo ain't even said that. He said they're gonna be fighting for years to come. From what I saw in the interview. I mean, yeah, no, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, I saw that too. I saw the interview. I don't know. Maybe it was like last year, or maybe it was this year. I don't know. But yeah, Randy Gordon said that his sources are telling him that this is going to be Canelo's last year in boxing.
Well, we'll see, man. I don't believe that. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't have any sources on anything as it relates to Canelo, so I don't know, fam. Only thing I can go by is that's not what Canelo Alvarez said. So
I hear that. I only mentioned it because this guy is pretty credible, So I wanted to ask you about it.
No, I don't know. Fam. Hey, but Jake, that's all you want to say, fam?
Yeah, that's it. All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, man. Salute to Jake from Rochester, man. Salute to you, my brother. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, that's a new one to me. That's a new one. Shout out to Tu Abuela. Hey, okay. Dropping that one online. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What did say, family? Say Heyman advised Derenchenko not to accept Canelo's offer and was going to purse bid. The IBF stripped Canelo. 160 undisputed was disrupted. Mendoz. Okay. Shout out to Brother Styles. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's
over, I got a cash app. I got a cash app I got to get to as well. Sorry for me getting to the cash app so late. Brother Styles, what did you say, fam? He said not to get into politics too much. He said, why can't the boxing community come together and petition the government for a super fight budget to save our oldest fans? He said crazier groups came together and got money. Hey, Brother Styles, no, man. Hey, you know what? What you saying was hilarious, but that ain't gonna happen, bro. That ain't gonna happen. Boxing is an unregulated sport. You get what I'm saying? And there's a lot that go on, bro. Like that, a lot of yellow envelopes, lot of yellow envelopes, passing around, and you get what I'm saying? Backdoor deals. The boxers are just pawns on the chessboard of boxing. You get what I'm saying? Fighters are just pawns on the chessboard of boxing. Hey guys, we need 10 more likes. I got to get over 300. We need 10 more likes to get over 300. You get what I'm saying? So that'll never happen, fam. That's a Christmas wish list. Shout out to my main man, Boxing Jim. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, yes, sir. You say the criteria is the only thing that makes the alphabet levels credible, coach. It's just like pound for pound. Hey, Boxing Jim, you hit the nail right on the head. This is what I wanted to ask you, fam. You know what, man? This is what I want to ask you. If you want to, hey, you know what? Hey, let's do this. Let's do this. Anybody want to? We're gonna do the show for another 40 minutes. I'm gonna do something different today. I want to drop the link. Anybody want to come on and just talk a little bit? Let me know. Let me know if you want to come on and just talk a little bit. Now, I want no trolls. I don't want nobody showing no naked pics and nothing like that, because you know how these motherfuckers used to do and stuff like that. It is what it is, but I dropped the link, and I got to see your face. I got to see your face, let you see if you're a real person. But other than that, that's it. Yeah, man. This is the thing, Boxing Gym. This is what I want to ask you. Check this out. I would like to know, since everybody holds ESPN's pound for pound list with so much reverence, right? You know, I don't like ESPN's pound for pound list. The question I have is this. This is the question I have. What is ESPN's criteria for their pound when they compile their pound for pound list? Like, what's the criteria? You get what I'm saying? And I think that if you come out with a criteria, that will answer everything. That would clear up a lot of stuff. You get what I'm saying? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is the boxing scientist from California. What up, coach?
Hey, what's going on, fam? Boxing scientist from California. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, so I just got a question for these Canelo haters in the chat. They're not happy with the Zack Ryder fight, but who else is there? Because, okay, do they want to see him fight Jermell Charlo? They're going to say, oh, well, that's a cherry pick because he made a move up to 168. If he fights Dudu Andrade, they're going to say, oh, he fought him coming off an injury and a long layoff, you know, and right now, Benavidez is in negotiations with Plant, right?
Right.
And whoever wins that fight becomes a mandatory. So after that, then they can start, you know, the ducking talk and all that. Right now, they can't say shit. Zack Ryder beat Parker, right? The guy that Dudu ducked. So, like, they can't. Who's better right now? Ryder's a mandatory. So let's wait and see what happens. Right now, there's no reason to really be saying, you know, Canelo's ducking anybody.
This is the thing, right? Question I have for you is this. Next year, we know Canelo's going to fight. More than likely, he might fight John Ryder. From what I've been seeing, and all roads are leading to him because he is the WBO mandatory now. They fought in the title eliminator. They were eliminated to be that, right? To become that. In the WBC, we have Caleb Plant fighting David Benavidez in a mandatory to become the mandatory to the WBC strap. Very similar to what we saw with John Ryder and Zach Parker. So, what do you want to see? Do you want to see Canelo do next year? Would you like to see him fight his mandatory, stay in the super middleweight division? Or what do you want to see? What say you?
Well, it looks like Bivol doesn't want to run it back with Canelo from interviews that he's done.
Yeah, he's trying to become undisputed in the light heavyweight division. He wants to fight. He wants to do what Canelo done, become undisputed. He wants to fight Beterbiev. Beterbiev have 3 belts.
Yeah. So, you know, that's understandable. So I'd rather see Benavidez beat Plant, but that's a big if. You know, if he can get past Plant, then yeah, I would love to see Benavidez versus Canelo, just like everybody else. But we don't know. Like I said, that's a big if. And Bivol might have a change of heart. I don't know. He might want another payday. But right now, it seems like he's not interested in the rematch. And of course, the haters are going to blame Canelo, saying, "Oh, he's ducking the rematch with Bivol." But it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. All right, man. But listen, man, the boxing scientist. Salute to you, fam. Thank you so much, brother, for calling in. Salute. Shout out to the boxing scientist, man. Killer Cali in this bitch, man. Killer Cali in this bitch. Shout out to the boxing gym. Hey, okay. For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Let me drop the link right quick. What you say, fam? You say, what you say, boxing gym? Say ESPN has a bunch of different boxing attributes, accomplishments, and they judge each fighter 0 to 10. 10 is the most. Whoever has the most points at the end is how they make their list, from what I heard. Okay, you know what? You're the first person that told me that, boxing gyms. You're the first person that told me that. Because I had no idea what is their criteria for why they come up with their list. Let me get the super chat out the way. Shout out to Kermit Williams. Hey, okay. For dropping another half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Kermit Williams, salute to you, fam. He say for you, coach, for always sticking to the facts. Hold on, guys. Hold on, caller. Hold on. I'm reading the super chat. What you say, fam? You say, Kermit Williams said for you, coach, for always sticking to the facts and not the rhetoric. Yes, sir, man. Salute to my main man, Kermit Williams. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, coach? It's O from Cali.
Oh, from Cali. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, I want to respond to the last caller. Yeah, that wasn't true at all. If Canelo right now calls out David Benavidez, PBC will stop everything and make that fight happen. It will bypass the plant. In my opinion, they'll bypass the plant because they really want to work with Canelo.
Yeah.
So I do believe that Canelo trumps. He's basically calling the shots right now. But I do see it Canelo's way as far as like the guys at 168.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how I will explain it is, you know, when Canelo tells these guys to fight each other, because basically the fight would be made off his name. Because he's a cash cow. He's who everybody want to see. David Benavidez, he sees that he's good, but you haven't made yourself into a superstar yet. So if Canelo loses to David, it's a disgrace. It's not honorable because he haven't built up himself. When he lost to Floyd, he lost to a great champion.
Right.
When he lost to Bivol, I mean, you see what Bivol's doing now. But to lose against David Benavidez, while David Benavidez is just trying to make his name off Canelo,
right.
I feel him. You got to get some good fights under your record. So if I do lose, it'll be like, okay, I lost to somebody, not this guy who only fought me.
I want to ask you this. Do you remember when Canelo, of course you remember this, but Canelo fought Caleb Plant and he had to leave his situation with the Zone and Eddie Hearn in the match room. Well, he worked with them, right, on fight-to-fight basis or whatever. But he had to leave his situation over there and become totally committed to the PBC for one fight. Now that Canelo has all of the belts, do you see yourself? Do you see a situation where Benavidez and Plant becomes a mandatory? Now Canelo is in that situation that Al Haymon and them was in. Now you want to make this fight, you got to come over here. Do you see him doing the same thing to them, what they did to him? Do you think Al Haymon would allow his fight? We have to be a part of it, and everything has to be over here. Canelo, even though you undisputed, you have to leave where you at to fight. You're mandatory over here, or do you see Canelo like, nah, man, you gotta come over here? Do you think Al Haymon will allow his fighters to go make some money to fight a one fight deal against a Canelo versus like he did with Canelo with Plant? What say you about that?
Well, Al Haymon, of course he's going to try to make money off of it, but he holds no chips. He doesn't have no say. What's your leverage, as he would say, to everybody else. He has no leverage. But what Canelo will be facing is the public, the court of public opinion. They say, oh, if you don't make this fight, you're a duck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing Canelo have to lose is you being called a duck. But other than that, those guys have nothing to offer. Is it a legacy fight when he retires, or are they going to say, oh, he beat David Benavidez, who was a great champion? No, David Benavidez haven't built up his name. Everyone's trying to hit the Canelo lottery, which it sucks because I want to see those fights. But, I mean, you got an 18-month layoff in Jamal. David Benavidez, if he beat Plant, I still don't think he deserved to fight because you got to beat him convincingly. What if it's a close fight? I call for a rematch if it's a good fight.
Yeah.
Because Canelo knocked him out and you barely going to beat him, in a split decision? No, you got to show everybody I dominated Plant, so now I deserve the Canelo fight. Yeah. Not just edge over a win and say, okay, I did it. I scraped by that one. Let me fight Canelo.
Okay, so you feel like, okay, let's say David Benavidez scrapes by a win, or Caleb Plant wins. A lot of people are looking over Caleb Plant, man. I don't know why, but or if Caleb Plant was to win, let's just say Caleb Plant wins, or Benavidez scrapes by him. If they become the mandatory, do you feel like, well, Canelo should say, well, you barely scraped by him, I'm not going to fight you, or do you feel like, no, he needed to defend his title against his mandatory?
Well, I mean, only because he's been out of 168 for so long. Yeah, you got to come back. You know, if he was active in 168, I would say, hey, now you can do that little fly-by thing where you're going to 175. But you've been going for so long, yeah, I don't care who you fight. You got to be at 168.
Yeah.
You got mandatory, you know, give up them belts. And, Coach, the crazy thing is, I want to ask you, why does he still have the French fries belt at 160? What is he doing with that?
I didn't know he had it. I didn't know he had it. I thought once he moved up, left the 160-pound division, I didn't think he's able to keep it.
Yeah, on the website, it still got him as the franchise champion at 160.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
so I don't know if
I didn't know that.
Jamal. I don't know if Jamal can use that. I was trying to see if he could use that to challenge, you know, him since he still got the French fries belt at 160.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? I don't know. You just educated me on something. I had no idea he still had that belt. I was under the impression that was just for 160 pounds. And once Canelo moved up and left, I was under the impression that the belt disappeared.
Yeah, it's still on there. If you look at the website, it's still on there.
Open Cali, man. Thank you for calling, man. Salute to you, Phil. Yay, West Coast, man. Salute. Yes, sir. Hey, I thought. Hey, see. Hey, they got a link right there. Hey, you see what I'm saying? Hey, they got a link, man. Hey, listen, man. I want some mature adults. You know what I mean? They got a link right there, man. So I'm gonna let a couple of people on. We're gonna talk. Then I'm gonna get people off and let some other people want to come on. But you get what I'm saying, though? Yeah, man. Hey, what you say? You said that shit need to disappear. I was under the impression. I didn't even know nothing about it. Hey, shout out to my sister Food Revolution. Hey, I didn't. You know what, bro? I didn't even know nothing about it. Maybe they didn't, like somebody said in the chat. Maybe they didn't update. Maybe they didn't update the website. Maybe they didn't update the website. That's a possibility. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is the inevitable. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville.
D-Block, talk to me, fam.
What's up, Coach? We talking about Benavidez and Caleb Plant, right?
Benavidez, Caleb Plant, Canelo, yeah.
Okay, cool. For me, I see it as it's a 50-50 fight. Caleb Plant showed he got skills. I mean, even I really never really thought anything about him before he fought Canelo because, you know, I mean, he really didn't beat anybody. I mean, at the end of the day, he beat Wisconsin or some shit like that. Homeboy busted out with steroids. He was going to fight Benavidez. Yeah. And like I always say, Benavidez has never shown me that he is a top-tier fighter. And he never has beat anybody. He got knocked down by Porky Medina, I think. So, I mean, he's shown himself vulnerable at many times. And like you defend, I mean, we defend fighters when we say, this is a boxing game, you're going to get hit. Yeah. But it matters how many times you get hit. And Benavidez, his choice to fight the way he wants to fight, you know, is Mexican in him, but he's not pure Mexican. So when you're not pure Mexican, I'm not going to look at you as a real Mexican fighter. You know, I mean, he's repping two flags, which is okay with me. You know, he's half and half. It is what it is, but he's not a true Mexican fighter. So the way he wants to go in there is show that he's Mexican, but he's not. Mm-hmm. So when you're not 100% pure Mexican and you're trying to fight like a Mexican, you're gonna get hit. That's why Porky Medina knocked him down. So he don't have a good chin. I think Benavidez has fought fighters that have no pedigree in their Class C plus fighters. They have Benavidez will crumble against Canelo Alvarez because Canelo Alvarez is a true Mexican fighter. Mm. He knows he's been there. He's fought the best. His resume outshines him 10-1, man. You know, you can't compare both. It's like, who's going to go to and I know that Benavidez is, will he be a Hall of Famer? Or will he be, later on, just be like Fernando Vargas? Where he came up on fire, and then next time, you know, he fought top competition, it went down south, you know? So I think Canelo Alvarez, everybody, even Kim, you know, I heard him talking to you earlier that he's going to call Canelo a duck because if he doesn't fight Benavidez. But Errol Spence hasn't had a mandatory for a certain title, WBC. I think it's a WBC or IBF, my bad. And now we're calling him a duck, but everybody just got illusioned by what he was doing in the ring, trying to fight champions. which is okay. I respect that. But Canelo went into 168. He cleared the division where Benavidez was there and Caleb Plant was there. None of them ever wanted to unify or be undisputed until Canelo went in there and he took care of business. So if they're going to fight, if a PBC fighter is going to try to fight Canelo for a mandatory for the WBC, Canelo's the one that's going to be the A side, and he's going to take control, and it's going to be on his own. That's the way I see it. What do you think about that, Coach?
That's the question I was asking, and I'm like, man, the thing is, will Al Heyman allow that to happen? Because the thing is you got to be fair. If Canelo, and he's the face of boxing in North America, if Canelo, the biggest draw over here, if he had to kowtow to what the PBC said, leave his situation and come over there and fight one fight with Showtime and PBC, if he had to do that, now that in order to get that belt, now that he has all of the belts, will Al Heyman say, hey, you know what, we did it to you, we're going to allow our fighter to go over there and fight? Or will they try to put down and say, no, you got to still come over here? Like this,
no.
This is what
that's not going to happen.
Yeah. That's not going to happen. I don't think that's happening. But
that's not going to happen.
But we don't know what Al Heyman would say. That's the thing. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Politics.
One more thing before I hang up, because I know you're busy.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, they had Canelo by the balls because they knew what he wanted to do, where he wanted to go to be undisputed. So they said, okay, look, dude, sign a contract, make it happen, or you're not going to fight for this title, and it's okay, because when you look at it, the IBF wasn't forced to make that fight with Canelo Alvarez. Caleb Plant could have just taken it somewhere else, which is okay, because that was the lone star they had right there. Benavidez, for me, it's a shame that people look up to somebody, right? And then they're going to question Canelo with clenbuterol and all this kind of stuff. At the end of the day, they checked his hair sample. It came from where it came from. And I feel like he came out clean, even though people are always going to look at that and judge him for that. But for me, it's more of a shame that you got Benavidez that hasn't proven nothing to nobody. I don't care what they say, right? And he got caught with cocaine. That tells me that he's not disciplined. He didn't make weight. That tells me that he's not disciplined. So I'm going to say it like this once, and hopefully all the haters that hate on Canelo, that has shown everybody, but everybody want to love Floyd Mayweather when he never fought no mandatories at the end of his career, is like this. He's a real champion. He's lived up to what he's lived up. He lost against Bivol. I give him credit for that because he's leading to be a real champion, not like everybody else. So that's all I got to say, Coach. Benavidez is a fraud. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, keeping it real.
Yes, sir. Shout out to D-Block. Salute, fam. Shout out to D-Block, man. Shout out to D-Block. I want to talk to some of the people in the chat as well. Shout out to Frank Ford. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I don't agree with the caller because if Canelo was going to stay in 168 division, he needs to face everybody. The champ has work to do. Listen, I'm on. Absolutely. You know that's all I say. That's all I say. Shit, I'm the one. Remember we did a show not too long ago. I was like, man, shit. If Boots and if Crawford and Spence ain't gonna fight each other, we need to let the young guns get a shot of it. You know what I mean? Shoot, I mean that's where I'm at with it. But I understand the politics about. Shout out to my dog Thug and D, man. Thug and D, Thug and man. Shout out to my dog Thug and D, man. Thug and D and Big Blunts and this BIH, man. Baltimore's very own. You know what I mean? Got a lot of love for B-More, man, and the DC area, man. My dog Thug and D, man. Hey Thug and D, I was talking about you earlier. Look here, man. You got to get that hate out your heart. Hey Thug and D, I was talking about that earlier. Look here, man. You gotta get that hate out your heart. And then he go to link again. Shout out to Ebosa. Ebo Sosa. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Thug and D snuck in through the back door. Not the back door. The back door. Thug and D, boy, I heard you got about two, 3 jobs, boy. Thug and D getting that money, boy. Thug and D, boy, I heard you getting that money over there, boy. I already know, boy. I remember I had quite a few goddamn jobs, boy. I already know what time that is, boy. It is
more money.
I would say, family said Canelo gonna pull an old bow to my Riddick Bowe. He say trash can move if he has to fight David. He said, remember, he fights no Mexican, even though Benavidez is listed as American. Well, Benavidez is listed as American because he was born in America. That's what I'm trying to tell people. The man is an American. He was born in America. That means he's an American. That's his nationality. Now, he's an American of where's his mother from? He's Mexican in what is it? What is where's David Benavidez again? He's Mexican in what? He's not full-blooded. He's not full-blooded Mexican. He's born right here. But what he is again? Ecuadorian? Oh, Ecuador. Okay. Hold on. So why he can't be the Ecuadorian monster? Hard for me to speak because I got this Invisalign. Why he can't be the Ecuadorian monster? You know what I mean? The Ecuadorian monster. Why Mike Tyson had to say the Mexican monster? That's what I want to know. Why?
Yo, I will break my leg off up in your ass so far that you be shitting sneaker for a month.
That's what I want to know. Why he's not the Ecuadorian monster? Why he have to be the Mexican monster when he's half Mexican and half...
How much for an order of ribs?
$250.
$250?
That's all I'm saying, though. That's all I'm saying. Why he can't be... Jay Williams said Ecuadorian don't sell. That's some bullshit. Hey, that's all I'm saying. Why he can't be the Ecuadorian monster?
Come on, man. Come on, y'all.
That's all I'm saying, dog. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Why he can't be the Ecuadorian monster?
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Nello. You know what, man? You know what I'm going to do? You know what I need to know I'm going to do? I'm going to put together a petition. Y'all. We're going to protest. We're going to protest, and we're going to put together a petition. We need to make sure. He got a link again if everybody want to come on. I'm going to wrap the show up in a minute. We need to protest, and let's give everybody a round of applause, man, for giving me over 300 likes. I appreciate that, fam. Yeah, we go. Hey, you know what? Damn that. All that discriminating, all of that discriminating against Ecuador, we ain't doing that. No discriminating against Ecuador. If he got to be the Mexican monster, he could be the Ecuadorian monster as well. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's O from Cali.
Oh, talk
real
to me,
quick. Fam. If Mr. Inevitable is listening, I want him to call back and explain what he meant when he said that he's not full Mexican, so he can't fight the Mexican style. Because I get into a lot of arguments with, people from these other channels talking about the Mexican style, the rock'em sock'em robot style. Now you're saying if you're not full Mexican, you can't be a Mexican warrior. Is that what he was saying? Can you please call in and explain that?
Yeah,
I get into it all the time about that.
If you know the thing about Mexican fighters, there's no one Mexican style. Like Marquez didn't fought differently. What's my main man name? My favorite fighter, Mexican fighter, passed away. Salvador Sanchez. Like all Mexicans don't fight the same way, but I get exactly what you're saying. Shout out to my main man O from Cali, man. Salute, fam. I got you.
Please have him call in, Coach.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to Rick Timms. Rick Timms, what's going on, fella? Hold on, I'm gonna give y'all a round of applause. And shout out to my main man, Boxy. Boxy, that's you?
What up, bro? Yes, sir.
Oh, your name look. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, now, let me see. I need to see your face, fam. All right, for sure. All right, I got you. Let me take it off. All right, let's give both of these men a round of applause. Yeah, man. I'm gonna start opening the panels up, just some people I trust to come up here. Rick, talk to me, baby. What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up with it, Will? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, fam.
Hey, man, check this out. Hey, stop me when I say something incorrect about Canelo, okay? Okay. So, first he's a proven.
You can take yourself off camera if you want to. I just needed to see.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I got you. It's all good.
All right.
He's been caught using PEDs, right? He's a drug cheat.
Yeah, he got caught using PEDs.
Okay, stop me when I'm wrong. When he beat Daniel Jacobs, he got Jacobs' IBF title, so he had 3 of the 4 belts. All he had to do was face Demetrius Andrade for the WBO, but he ran the fight, shot up Kovalev, and then he went on his little 168 tour. Have I stated anything wrong yet?
No, you haven't stated anything wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Rick. I don't know the context in which what happened with the 160. You said when he left 160 with he went to light heavyweight, right?
I'm going by his resume, right? Yeah. Because after Kovalev, it should have been Andre, but no, he ran the 175, and it looked like Kovalev took a dive, if you ask me. But I'll leave that alone. But he has fought 7 white fighters in a row. Is that correct? That's not being racial. That's not me being hateful. That's stating a fact.
Certainly.
But what does him fighting white fighters? What does that have to do with anything?
I'm finna tell you what that has to do. I'm glad you asked, because they've been attacking me in the chat for stating that. We should ask Canelo that, not me. I didn't tell Canelo to fight 7 white boys in a row while he avoided Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade at 154 and 160 the last 7 years.
Jamal Charlo. Now you know the crazy part about it. I got video footage of Jamal Charlo. He was being interviewed by Akman, and I think it's to the 2 dudes that's on the 2 dudes that's with the Zone. The guy looked like Drake. I got a video. Do I have it right here? I think I have it right here. Where they asked Demetrius, they asked Canelo, they asked Jamal Charlo, is Canelo ducking you? And this man specifically said, he said, I don't know what people get ducked from. Nobody ducking nobody. Yada 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 yada. I thought I had the clip. I'm gonna pull it up. But I've heard other videos where he said that Canelo was ducking him. So he's been very inconsistent with that.
Coach, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Boston Jim.
Bro, all right, so 5 of them white boys was champions, so that don't mean nothing?
It don't mean, you know what? It means something to the degree of him getting a title, but Jamal Charlo was a champion, and Demetrius Andrade was a champion too.
I ain't giving him no excuses for avoiding them fights, but the only thing about the Kovalev fight, though, is which one is worth more money. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's really about at the end of the day.
I agree. You know what? I agree, but which one is less of a threat? See, Kovalev was done by then.
Now, I agree that Kovalev is less of a threat just because of the circumstance, because it was only 35 days after he fought Anthony Yard. So that's why I agree that it was less of a threat. But that's debatable on a regular basis. You know what I mean? If they had full training camps, that's debatable like a motherfucker.
I give you that. I agree.
Hey, Rick, this is the thing that get me though. I get what you're saying. So you're of the opinion that Canelo Alvarez is afraid to fight black fighters. That's your opinion? Elite Mexican fighters, because he has apparently been avoiding them. Jamal Charlo, Andre, now Benavidez. Where am I wrong? Okay, so my question to you would be this: the winner of Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. Let's assume that a lot of people count Caleb Plant out, but Caleb Plant is to me, he's an elite fighter. He's an elite fighter. David Benavidez can you give me some fights that David Benavidez have had where you can say that he's a very elite fighter? Because I'm not gonna lie, I like David Benavidez as a fighter, but I can't really judge how elite he is versus the level of competition he's been fighting.
Know what? Great point, Will. David Benavidez is similar to Boots. Both of them have not been beaten, and both of them passed the eye test. Both of them haven't been fully tested either. So try them, give them a shot. Let's see what they got.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
Look,
you on that.
I was on another show. I ain't gonna mention it, but I was asked to name what David Benavidez was great at boxing wise, and I couldn't really do it, fam. Can anybody do that? What is he great at boxing skill wise?
He
cutting off the ring.
He throws a lot of combinations. He has very quick hands and stuff like that. But I have to say this. I'm not going to say he has the greatest ring IQ in the world. I have to say this. I think the matchups that David Benavidez has been getting so far, that he's always the bigger guy in the ring. Certain guys have moved up from junior middleweight to middleweight to fight him. They have been like non-threat type fights, in my opinion. And again, I'm not for me, Jims. I have to see David Benavidez in there with some higher level competition and see how he fights against those guys in order for me to give him that praise that a lot of his fans give him. You see what I'm saying? In order for me to really know he's a Mexican monster, now him fighting Caleb Plant is going to tell me everything I need to know. I'm just saying for me. You know what I mean? Because I like the way Caleb Plant performed against Canelo Alvarez, even though in the losing effort, but to me he did good. So
yeah, we all know Caleb Plant could box. I mean, everybody knows that. And if you don't think that, you're a fool. Yeah, footwork crazy, lead hand game crazy, feint game crazy.
Feint game.
Like, bro, the man is nice.
Yeah, and some people down.
So my bad. Go ahead.
No, sorry about that. I was just saying some people be down on him, but I'm like, man, it ain't no guarantee Benavidez is gonna beat him. You know what I mean? Because I think we're judging Benavidez beating Caleb Plant based on the level of competition that he's fought thus far.
Right. No, and the main drag on Caleb Plant isn't boxing skill. It's that he gasses out in the championship rounds, and then all that goes away. And then he's stuck flat-footed in that Philly shell, getting touched up. That's what happens with Plant. But other than that, no, the dude could box his ass off.
Yeah. So do you think, Jims, do you think that Caleb Plant has a shot, or do you just feel like David Benavidez steamrolls him?
He definitely has a shot. He definitely has a shot, bro.
Yeah, do you feel that as the fight materializes, it goes on in the championship rounds, that he will fade and Benavidez will be able to wear him down and get him out of there?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so I feel like that's a very good possibility. Especially if David Benavidez ends up touching his body. As soon as Plant slows down, it's a different Plant. So how I would bet it is Plant on points, or actually probably Plant straight up by hedged by Benavidez by knockout. Yeah, and I might even say knockout from rounds 9 to 12. You know what I mean? So it'd be better odds.
Yeah, 9 to 12 better odds. Yeah. I'm just, man, this is going to tell me everything. Now, my next question for you is, if the winner of this fight, whoever it is, become the mandatory. Okay, let's assume, because everybody wants to see Canelo fight David Benavidez. But again, there's no guarantee that David Benavidez is going to beat Caleb Plant. If Caleb Plant were to win and become the mandatory to fight Canelo, would you be upset with that? Would you say, oh man, Canelo fighting another white dude, a Eurobomb, even though Caleb Plant last year, a lot of the same people who may criticize that fight if Caleb Plant was to win, a lot of those same people said that Caleb Plant was going to be the one to beat Canelo, and Caleb Plant's style is all wrong for Canelo, i.e. Leonard Ellerbe. What do you have to say about that?
Nah, I mean, I can't stand fans that do that shit. Just because the man lost, look, he built himself back up and challenged the champion again. I mean, that's been happening all throughout boxing history.
Yeah.
So why would that be a problem? It shouldn't be a problem. I mean, and it's right. I mean, what was your scorecard? What was your scorecard up to when Caleb Plant got knocked out versus Canelo?
You know what, man? Shit, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think at one point I had probably like the seventh round. About in the seventh round, I think I had Caleb Plant up like 4 rounds to 3. That was just my personal scorecard.
Right.
I thought I had him up like 4 rounds to 3.
That was a lot of people's scorecards. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If it was a competitive fight, then why not? Why not see it again? Just because he got stopped?
Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Who's the? We want to see Canelo Bivol again?
No, I don't want to see that at all. I don't want to see that at all. But my thing is this here: if Canelo fights, if Canelo fights the winner of Benavidez, let's say Benavidez become the victor, we should want to see that fight in September. The only problem I have is this. This is my only doubts, Boxing Gyms. I don't know what the situation is going to be like. We know that Caleb Plant is a PBC fighter. Benavidez is a PBC fighter. Do you think politics will play a role in Benavidez not getting that fight? Do you feel that there will be any blocks? Will there be any, Canelo, you got all the belts, but we're going to make demands on you where you have to come over here? What do you feel about that?
I hope not. I mean, if that's the case, then Benavidez, how long is Benavidez's contract with Al Heyman? I don't know all that.
He just resigned. He just resigned. He just resigned. He got a new contract.
Well, bro, if that's the case, then that sounds like a part of the Ali Act is being broken. You know what I'm saying? Because if Al Heyman is there, are you talking about like Al Heyman stopping Benavidez from going somewhere else? That's what you're saying? What I'm saying is, okay, they normally do in-house fights. We don't do cross-promotional fights with no one. In order for Canelo to become the undisputed champion, he had to sign a one-fight deal with the PBC. Okay, that's fine. Now that Canelo have all of the belts, if David Benavidez or Plant wants to fight Canelo again, the circumstances are going to be different this time than it were last time, is what I'm saying. Right. Because Canelo has all the belts. So Canelo's going to be able to say, you better come fight over here.
Yeah. If Canelo say that, how do you see that? How do you see that playing out?
Look, that's what I'm saying. So if Benavidez, I think it's illegal to not let Benavidez go get the bag. That's what I'm saying. That's part of the Ali Act. I don't think you can stop a fighter from going to get the biggest bag he can get.
But a lot of those fighters over there, they had offers, from big money offers, and they mysteriously turned them down. We've seen it from heavyweight division to middleweight division with Jamal Charlo. We've seen these fighters turn money down. You know what I mean? Now, of course, they're not saying, well, Al Heyman told us to turn it down, but we've seen this. Like,
if he turns it down, bro, we just gonna clown him. I mean, come on now. I mean, it's the fight you've been crying for years. So if you turn it down just because it's on the zone, then you know what's gonna happen on the internet.
Yeah. So that's I can't. The reason why that's on my mind, because I'm like, I can't take out the fact that, hey man, this is the PBC fighter. We know how they roll. Man, it ain't no guarantee. Canelo calling all the shots. So if you want to fight him, it's going to be on his terms. Just like when Canelo wanted to fight Caleb Plant to become undisputed, it was on you guys' terms. So my thing is, will they get in the way of that? Will they say, well, I don't know, and that's I'm very. That's my only doubt about that, fam. That's my only doubt about that fight happening.
I hope he doesn't. I mean, I hope nothing gets in the way of that. And the comment section is correct. The Ali Act hasn't stopped Al Heyman from ruining fights from happening. But I mean, they're correct. But still, I mean, I think that has more to do with the fighters, you know what I'm saying, and the managers of the fighters and their loyalty to Al Heyman. I remember the whole Danny Garcia versus Terrence Crawford thing. And shit, Angel said it straight up, like we're not gonna go over there because we're loyal to Al Heyman. Angel Garcia said that straight up. So
yeah,
it is what it is. Spence said it himself. I'll never leave Al Heyman. So it is what it is.
Hey, let me get the super chat out of the way. Shout out to Jugs. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said D-time, D-plot, be more, stand up.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut that that's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the, man, shut that soft ass shit up.
D-Block, what's going on, fam? Salute. What's going on? Let's get a round of applause. Hold on, let me get the super chats out of the way. Shout out to Edie.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What to say, Edie? You say Canelo got stripped because of Diabella, Price and Sergey Derevyanchenko out, not because of him ducking. he petitioned the IBF for unification and got denied. Okay, all right. D Block, talk to me, fam. What you want to talk about?
What's up, Coach? You good today?
Yeah. I'm good.
It's inevitable, man. That's how we do it up here. D-Town, baby. Oh, D-Town, baby. D-Block.
You crazy, you crazy,
Hey, man. You know. I hope the FBI don't show up to my house like because of yesterday, Coach. I just want to say I got really revved up, but it's all good. You know what I mean? I'm just here. I have passion in my heart, for boxing. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So we talking about Benavidez, right? Well, he was. I think y'all were trying to say what was his best asset. I think he has a good jab. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest with you. I think he has a great jab. People don't see that, but I can see it. I mean, his jab really makes a. Look what he did to Lemieux. Even though Lemieux wasn't there anymore, Triple G beat Lemieux with the jab. So maybe there was something there, like, hey, if Triple G could do it, you could do it too. You're a bigger guy. You're stronger, and Lemieux maybe he was already in his downfall, anyways. So I think his attribute is he has a great jab, in my opinion.
Gotcha. That's it.
Durability. I mean, the guy got stamina, but let's be honest. Benavidez, I think he fought Davis. Davis started hitting that body, and Benavidez didn't like that. So I could see vulnerability there for Benavidez, where Canelo could catch that and say, we got something there. You know what I mean? So, I'm just saying, vulnerability has not been, it hasn't been touched yet. But I saw when Davis was touching him, I saw him kind of go like a little, I saw that face. When you make that face, you're like Thurman, like your boy, Tampa.
Keith Thurman take his mouthpiece out of his mouth and everything, get on the bite.
But it's legal though. But it's legal. So.
Yes, legal. Did you? So you're not worried that David Benavidez is chinny because he's been dropped before?
Yeah, I told you that. Well, my bad. I should have mentioned that too. But his
no. You said that. You said that.
I did say that.
You did say. You said he got knocked down when he called you.
He's chinny, and the thing is, has he been there with the real power puncher though? See that? Canelo's been there with Triple G. He's been there with tough. He's been with skill fight. See, that's the thing. People tend to forget. He was there with Austin Trout. He was there with Lara. He was there with Floyd. Floyd schooled him. Ain't no excuse. I mean, he schooled him. He's fought every type of fighter that you're gonna want to have that career, and he's surpassed even more than what he probably in his own mind. Even though he's great, I think Canelo he steamrolled everybody except for. He had his fights where you could say it's controversial a little bit. I feel like he's taking every challenger, every comer, but now we see where Charles is at too, Coach. Charles starting to look like what happened,
Do you feel like Canelo was ducking black fighters? The brother that was on here, Ricky, he feel that Canelo is afraid and terrified of black fighters, and he's just avoiding them like the plague, and he's only fighting the white fighters who are easy touches. Do you feel that way?
Let me tell you something, man. And this is where people just keep on. I don't know if they were just born yesterday or what, man. Because when we look at it, Canelo fought Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs, is he a brother or not? I don't know.
Yeah. Daniel Jacobs black. Floyd Mayweather, of course.
A lot of black.
Lara. Did he fought Trout? Yeah.
Kirkland.
Kirkland.
That's when Trout was Trout. People forget that. People look at Trout like when he fought Charlo. That wasn't Trout.
That's when he was Trout, yeah.
And that was a good fight too, that Trout Canelo fight.
Yeah. Trout beat Cotto. And before that fight, Cotto had fought Floyd Mayweather. Had a great fight. He gave Floyd Mayweather a tough fight. But Trout went in there. He did his thing. He's in his prime. And he beat him. So how can you not give Canelo credit, man? I don't understand that.
See, Boxing Jim, this what I wanted to ask you, fam. My thing is this. I'm all for, I have no problem with anybody criticizing a fighter. If you want to criticize a fighter's resume, we can break down anybody's resume, right? We can do that. But my thing is this. If you want to get me on your side, this is my criteria. Okay, let's say you feel Canelo ain't fought nobody, he's fighting bums. He got a. I'm just saying it. If you feel that way, right?
Coach, I listen to the show every day. I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah, you already know. I'm like, okay, well, shit. Okay, who is he? He ducking Benavidez. He ducking this guy. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, well, so what what those guys have done.
Exactly.
Like, you're gonna have to show me something that those other guys. Show me what Jamal Charlo has done. Because if you're capping for him, surely he done something better than what Canelo has done, or better than what Terrence Crawford has done, or better than what Errol Spence has done, or Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. That's how I see it.
So
and I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm half with that and I'm half against it. I mean, the only reason I'm against it, what you're saying, is because I believe champions should fight their mandatories.
Yeah, me too.
Because that's the only way that it's gonna have that the so-called sport is gonna have any type of a structure. You know what I'm saying? So aside from the mandatory point, I agree with you.
Yeah, no, you hit the nail right on the head, and I say that as well. I want to see Canelo Alvarez stay in the 168-pound division. He don't need to chase greatness anymore. Leave Dimitri Bivol alone. I want to see him stay in the 168-pound division and clear all doubt. Because as long as he doesn't fight those other guys, he beat Caleb Plant, so we give him that. But as long as he don't fight Benavidez, I can't even say Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo is a 160-pounder. He won't even move up to 168. So I can give you that. Okay, he ran from Charlo 160. Okay, fine. I can give you that. But at 168 pounds, we can't keep calling Jamal Charlo. Yeah, man, I want to see Canelo fight Jamal Charlo. Well, is Jamal Charlo gonna move up to 168? Yeah, he'll move up for Canelo. But why he hasn't moved up yet?
That's what I don't understand, Coach. I don't understand that part where you can consider yourself a Houstonite, right? But he's not from Houston anyway, so I don't care, man. He can say whatever he wants. I know him. He's not from Houston. They're not from Houston. I think they're from Louisiana. But, some of the people, that's why people don't even show up to their fights. Because legitimately, if you're not from Houston, if you're not from Dallas, I give credit for Errol Spence. You got people showing up. He ain't from Dallas either. He's from New York. So, I'm being real. Hey, I'm D-Block, man. I'm D-Town. I'm from Texas. All these people be talking, hello, Coach. I'm Birmingham from DeSoto, Texas. You ain't from Dallas. You ain't from D-Town. You from DeSoto. You from the rich neighborhood. Get out my face. That's okay. Everybody comes from different platforms. Right?
Hey, bro. Hey.
I'm just saying. I'm being real about it. I'm hood. I don't lie. I am who I am. Like blue blood. What's up, my people? I got a $200,000 car, but I'm with you. Okay, I got my cap, I got my chain. I look like I'm hood, but I'm living in a nice ass, and I'll never touch that.
Hey, let
me talk.
Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah. Hey, let me share this with y'all. Look, so what if Canelo fights Bivol again, and Bivol wins and decides to stay at 168 if he pulls him down to 168? I think he wreaks havoc through that whole shit. I don't think he gets no fights.
I don't think none of those other guys will be anxious to get in there with him at 168 unless they feel like he's weak. He's weaker at that weight division. But I don't see Bivol coming down to 168 unless he's getting paid a boatload of money.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't, honestly. But
I don't want to see that.
I was just saying, man. I don't know if the rest of the division want that smoke.
Hey, but Coach, Bivol, that's what he said, Coach. Bivol said I think it was on Fight Hype, where he said he was tired of all the excuses. He's tired of all the nonsense. He's tired of it was your shoulder. Now it's because you don't deserve to be up there with me. Now I'm gonna come down to 168, right? And I'm gonna fight you for those titles. That's what he said. I think it was on Fight Hype or Fight Hub.
Yeah.
They were asking him that. So, do I think Bivol beats Canelo at 168? How about this? You ready for this? How about it's going to come down to the last point, the last round, 12th round. I think Canelo does better with his adjustments. I think Canelo does better at 168 than he did at 175. Not giving an excuse. He lost at 175. But I think Bivol, the weight drain, and even though he's still young, I still think that Canelo will beat him by one round, 12th round. And that'll be okay. That'll be it. I think that's what. That's
foul.
Because draining weight.
Hold on. You got to keep it real.
Draining weight, coming down to 168, it takes a toll.
Yeah, but you got to keep it real. Canelo might beat Bivol at 168 is because all three judges had that shit 7-5. That's the reason Canelo might beat Bivol at 168, bro. All he had to do was win one more round, and it'd have been a draw. And that lopsided ass win, or that lopsided Bivol win. Bro, I had that shit 9-3, 10-2.
Yeah, that fight wasn't close. That fight
wasn't close, man. But the
Wasn't
judges
After the
had
fourth
it
round,
close, so you already
after
know
the
what it
fourth
is
round, I
with
said
Canelo.
something's up. After the fourth round, I said something's up. I saw Canelo. He didn't have that same demeanor. The way he was hitting that shoulder with Smith when he won for the WBC title. He was trying to do the same with Bivol.
Yeah, he was tired. It was one part in the fight, Boxing Gyms. You probably seen it because I showed it a million times on here. Well, Dimitri Bivol went in the high guard. He was on the ropes, and then Canelo did what he normally does. He loaded up. He hit Bivol in the right shoulder, and he hit him in the left shoulder. And as soon as he hit him on the left arm, he came right back and countered him. He came right back and countered him with the left. Like before Canelo hand him and got back to play defense, he caught him, bap, and then he came back to the right hand and caught him. He was doing that the entire fight, and it was like, damn, Canelo was tired of falling into them damn traps. Hey, but listen, I got to get ready to wrap the show up because I got to get ready to bounce. But we're gonna do this more often, man. I'm gonna drop the link, have people come on the panel, man, for sure. Anything you want to say, Adrian, before you go?
I wish you would have had this yesterday. I had my guard here yesterday, man. And my mama actually wanted to say hi to you before we hung up. But that's okay. Because she was going to make sure. My mama said, I hope you don't call that FBI on you, baby. Mama, it's going to be all right, mama. I hope. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, repping, baby. Dallas,
Shout out to D-Block. Shout out to D-Block. Salute, fam. Salute, fam. Boxing Gyms, talk to me, fam.
Hey, I just wanted to say much love, man, for keeping me entertained every day on my commute home. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate the content. Oh man, and that crazy shit that been happening to you, fam. Like that was the craziest shit I seen on YouTube, bro. You know how long I've been on YouTube?
Bro, let me tell you something, man. These some of the dumbest dudes I've ever seen, heard in my life. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't make this shit up. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Shout out to Boxing Gyms, man. Let me give you a round of applause, man. Let everybody know about your YouTube channel.
Oh, you already know it's at Boxing Gyms. Oh, we got @s now, remember? So it's just Boxing Gyms.
At Boxing Gyms.
Like
Boxing Gyms, guys.
Let Tim Bradley say it. You'll see it on the channel. It's Boxing Gyms. GEMS. Gyms. Boxing Gyms.
All right, hey guys, listen. I need you guys to please subscribe to my brother, man. Boxing Gyms. I watch this YouTube channel. When you got Boxing Gyms Film Study.
Yes, sir.
Every day, man. Like this.
Nah, hey, coach, it's still at Boxing Gyms.
Oh, at Boxing Gyms? Okay.
Yeah. It ain't film study. So
it's all one word. It's all one word or two words?
It's at Boxing Gyms. Yeah, no, all the ats is one word.
Okay. Okay. At Boxing Gyms. Y'all please subscribe. Y'all look my brother up, man. Please subscribe, man. This dude here, man. You want to know a lot about boxing, just how to break down fight film. You know, just like again, a lot of the defensive movers. You know how to block, parry. You know, just what you're looking at from a footwork standpoint. You know, the feint game, trap counters, and stuff like that. Just many different things. His brother's very, very good at breaking down fight film, so you can get a better understanding of what you're looking at when you're looking at it. So please subscribe. Let's give my brother a round of applause, man. Salute.
Much appreciated, coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Boxing Gyms, man. Shout out to Boxing Gyms. Hold on, guys. Let me get please subscribe. Please subscribe, man. Y'all check them out. Hey, Eric. I just sent it, fam. I just sent it. Let's give everybody a round of applause in the chat. Hey, what we're gonna start doing, guys? Hey, what we're gonna start doing? We're gonna start. I'm gonna drop the link so we can just get a couple of people. You know, try to switch the show up a little bit instead of just accepting all phone calls all the time. I'm gonna drop the link and have a couple of people come on. I'm used to rocking by myself. You get what I'm saying? I'm used to rocking by myself, so it's gonna be kind of new to me. You get what I'm saying? I'm used to rocking by myself, talking for 2-3 hours. You guys know I can talk, so I'm used to doing that. But I will open up the panel, let a few people on. I just have to see your face because I did it before, and some dudes were showing. It's some weirdos out there. You have dudes showing private parts when you come on, and if you don't see their face, they'll come on the show. And I've seen it. I've seen it on Major Key Boxing platform. I've seen it when I was on Black and Brown platform before. You got some strange dudes, so that's why I really don't do it. But we're gonna probably do it like once a week. Once a week, we'll probably drop the link or something and go ahead and let other people come on. Man, shout out to Mr. Warren, man. Mr. Warren, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Mr. Warren. Shout out to Thug and D. Shout out to Big Blessed Boxing. Shout out to Alfonso. Shout out to Off the Ropes. Shout out to my main man, Knockdown 305. Shout out to Eric Grimey. Shout out to Eric Grimey. Shout out to Ahmed, shout out to Lil Green ISP, boxing scientist, man. Salute to everybody, man. Give everybody a round of applause. Ahmed, what's going on, fam? You already know what time the TI is.
What about Rocky Marciano? Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit. He beat Joe Louis's ass.
Yeah, ain't no Wakandas invited over here. I don't like Wakandas. They not invited over here. Because, you know, you come over here, it's going to be respectful. It ain't going to be no yelling and screaming, all that crazy shit. Ain't going to be none of that over here. You know what I mean? So if you one of those type of people, I will kick off this panel in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? I've been around the YouTube streets. I know how belligerent a lot of you guys get, and I'm not having it on my platform. This ain't no free smoke platform. There's a lot of free smoke platforms you can go to. You want to get your rocks off. Over here, we're going to talk boxing. I'm going to ask you some opinions about certain things, and that's that. This ain't that kind of party. They come over here. If they come over here, hold on. Yeah, if they come over here with that, they ain't invited. I'm just letting you know off the rip. I'm being honest with you. This ain't a safe haven for Wakanda, and I mean that. It is what it is, man. Let's make it do what it do.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Shout out to
I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Shout out to let's see. Shout out to my main man. Hold on, I just lost your name, fam. Had you up here, man. Shout out to Mr. LDBC say Blue Blood. He say Blue Blood. Nah, Blue ain't gonna come over here, man. His homies, his family ain't gonna let him come over here, man. You know how that shit is, man. It is what it is, man. We're gonna make it do what it do. Let's go ahead and do it like this here, man. I'm trying to figure out something going on with the roadcaster. I don't know what the hell going on with the road. Not the roadcaster, but this something is going wrong with this dog going on stream, y'all. Yes, sir. It is what it is. Once again, it's on, man. And my dog Booger Ray. We gotta find some help from my dog Booger Ray too, man. Ever since Tank no left, man, things ain't been the same with my dog Booger Ray. I'm trying to figure out what can he do next. And man, it is what it is. Y'all keep my dog Booger Ray in your prayers.
Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let I love you.
I was so wrong for that one. I was so wrong for that. And if you got a job, you get money, you paying your bills, do what you got to do to get you some more money, man.
More money.
It is what it is. And if you're coming over here with that flim flam popping that weed, look here, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, y'all.
Listen, if you want to get you some money, man, you got to have vision, baby.
Well, I respect your ambition, Willie, but you got to have vision.
And if a Wakanda try to pull up, this what you tell
I
him.
will break my leg off, up in your ass so far that you be shitting sneaker for a month.
If you're a karate man, you ought to know what time it is.
Karate man, all right? Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
You already know.
Put your soul in ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost already.
And shout out to my dog Johnny Rice, man. Shout out to my dog Johnny Rice.
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and think Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. Them names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Shout out to my sister Food Revolution. Hey, Mad Dog 8 say, Coach, you ruined that song for me.
You wish you could work it the way I do, but you can't. You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
My dog AB.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Anybody trying to get out of their contract, you might go through some kind of problems like this.
I need to talk to you right now about my royalties and how you keep your books.
My office hours are from 9 to 5.
Fuck your office hours. I need to talk to you right now, motherfucker.
It's gonna be trouble. Trouble. Now walk it off. Other than that, that's it. It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today USA Boxing. Tomorrow we're gonna have another good show tomorrow. I can promise you, man. We're gonna have a good one tomorrow, man. We got the fights coming up Saturday. There are some fights coming up tomorrow night. We'll go over the schedule tomorrow. Other than that, that's it. It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today USA Boxing. Let everybody know we got the baddest daytime boxing podcast in the land, in the YTBC. You ought to know what time the TI is. See you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Got another video dropping tomorrow as well. Other than that, that's it. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.